Music off. It's getting real Chicago in here. You know what I mean? It's Friday night. I'm stoked. Just coming off a serious buzz off last night's episode with David Levine, man. Any of you ball python fools are out there checking that episode out last night, oh, man, that guy is legends of legends who is still alive and on this earth, man. That's all I got to say. Check it out. Link in the description below. It went 4 hours. It could have went longer. So shout out to Dave Levison for chiming in and, more than chiming in, for hanging out with me and Forrest and Steven. And if anyone knows Steven, doesn't talk much. He's just there. But anyways, shout out to everyone in the comments, which isn't too many people, but some new faces. You know what I mean? I already knew the guest I'm bringing on is going to bring some new viewers. So I'm stoked for that. Welcome to the casual MJ podcast. If you do support what I do in any way, and if you didn't before and you maybe want to now, that'd be fucking great. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram, MJ Exotics Cartel with an A, not an E, and then Snake Trap Sessions on Instagram as well. I'm on Facebook, but I ain't gonna give that info out. Fuck Facebook. But yeah, guys, shout out to everyone in the comments, man. Tonight's gonna be great. I have somebody who, I'm pretty happy that this dude is down to come on my YouTube channel and talk to me. So I'm stoked, honored to have this dude on here. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you my boy J Pizzle, aka J.P. Reptiles. What up, Jordan?
What's up?
How you doing, my man?
Not too bad. Just enjoying some freezing cold temperatures up here. So I had, of course, to make my hot chocolate, which you California guys don't know anything about.
Fuck yeah, have your cocoa there. I'll have my light.
Yeah, we got a serious dumping of snow today, and it was pretty crazy. So it's really cold up here right now. Nice.
I
missed Texas already. Texas was amazing.
Yeah, how Texas, right? Well, that looked like a lot of fun. You obviously were with some choice guests. I'm gonna guess the person on that wall right there, JKR. Is that a JKR piece right there? Am I right?
Let me tell you, man, that whole trip was honestly to date the best experience that I've had so far. I mean, spending a few days with Justin, learning about his business, going down to Texas. There's so many great. Actually, my second customer that's ever purchased a snake from me. Mm-hmm. He's Texas based, and he was at the show, and he saw me and came and said hi. So yeah, it was really cool to see a customer in person as well and just have a good time. But yeah, man, those shows are amazing.
Guess we're gonna start off this show saying shout out to all the Texans out there. Shout out to Texas, period.
Yeah, listen, Texas is awesome.
I lived out in Texas, and I'll tell you right now, they're fucking. Nobody could fuck with their barbecue. They by far have the best barbecue. I always know I'm talking about food.
The only thing that was strange to me about Texas was we arrived and it was like Canadian cold temperatures. I mean, I didn't even bring my winter jacket. I was freezing, and then within 2 days, it went up by like 50 degrees. Like, talk about crazy, wild temperature swings. Never seen anything like that.
Wow. Yeah. So, okay. So let's kind of talk about temperatures since we're already on the subject, right? So listen, I'm from Cali, bro. I mean, one thing that we have, Southern Cali has ideal temperature for, reptile keeping in the United States, right? Yeah. We have to worry about 50 degrees, maybe the lowest 49, 48 degrees. That's our concern, right? You have to worry about fucking negative type stuff, right? Is that right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, so I live in Toronto, and Toronto is like, when people refer to the frozen north, what they're really talking about is like northern Canada, northern Ontario, Alberta, Saskatchewan, places that are really bad. But in Toronto, we dip so far down, and we don't really get temperatures like they do up in northern Canada. I mean, we stay pretty mild. We do get a couple of really crazy cold days in the winter, but it's not that bad when you consider the rest of Canada.
Okay. Yeah, right. So, and how far east are you in Canada? Like,
so I'm directly above Buffalo. Like, we basically are separated by the lake.
So what's it like being a fucking Canadian, man? Like growing up as a Canadian from like, elementary school, like you grew up in a rough neighborhood or you fucking silver spoon like Stephen Cush? Like, give me an idea what JP's life was like growing up.
I wouldn't say I grew up in a rough neighborhood, nor would I say that I was given a silver spoon. Like my family was middle class and they were hard workers. And my mom especially, she spent her entire life working like multiple shift work. So my mom is in the healthcare profession. She worked in hospitals, nursing homes.
Oh yeah, that's gnarly.
And she would do like a 12-hour night shift, come home for 3 hours sleep, head right back out for another 12-hour day. Like that's the type of lifestyle we had. So, but she worked really hard to make sure that me, my brother, and my sister had a good life for what she could. So yeah,
shout out to all the
I would say that definitely not rich by any standards. That's for sure.
Okay. And let's see, you always grew up in where you live now? That's where you grew up? Is that your hood or what?
So yeah, I was born in Toronto. We actually moved to Quebec. So my first language, actually, believe it or not, is French. I learned how to speak French because my mom married a Quebecois, as we call them. So yeah, you can't say Quebecer, it's Quebecois.
Jesus.
They have their own flag, they have their own, the whole thing. So anyways, we moved to Montreal. I lived there for pretty much until I was from 6 months old up until 12 years old, roughly about 12 years old.
Okay.
Then we moved because he was in the military. So we got posted out in Vancouver, British Columbia. And I lived on the island of Vancouver in British Columbia, which is the most beautiful place I've ever been in Canada. If anybody wants to come up to Canada, that is the place to check out. Really, really nice. And then we came back to Ontario. And so, yeah, I'm not a French by blood. I was just living in a household where one member of the family was French, and therefore I was in French schools.
Okay.
But I'm actually Italian.
Nice. I know. I mean, Pizzorusso, right? Did I say that right? Pizzorusso,
yeah,
right?
Everybody's always weirded out. It's like, oh, French-speaking Italian. What a weird combination that is. There's some messed up genes going on there.
I mean, if Italian's in your blood, there's nothing messed up about it other than the fact that you have anger problems.
No, that's more Portuguese.
Oh my god, bro! You fucking Italians have crazy anger problems, bro.
We're all bark but no bite.
Yeah. Wait, what? Italians are all bark, no bite.
Yeah, at least my circle, my family.
I'm half Mexican too, so fucking.
I'm not talking like the Chicago. I'm not like Italian like the Chicagos, the New Yorkers. Back in the day.
You're from Canada, then the French parts, and
yeah, exactly.
All right. So we all know about that. All right, man. So let's talk about professions, right? You're doing hella good in this hobby, man. You're killing it. I mean, you've been a standout, like a fucking sore thumb since the beginning. Yeah, you got on my nerves a lot because I'll tell you what, I was super jealous because everyone wants to do Tinley, right? And I had my not opportunities, but I remember there's one year I was supposed to go to Tinley with Big Dog. Shout out to Miguel. I couldn't make it, but then he ended up going and fucking taking all these pictures with Ozzy, Brian, and these fucking legends. And who the fuck is this guy? And I see your face in all these pictures. You're like, hey, and I'm like, dog, like, why do I keep seeing this one every fucking photo? I'm judging. I apologize, but I just didn't know who the fuck you were, and it was some jealousy because these are legends of mine for the past fucking 4 years being in this. I look up to these guys a lot. But anyways, I'm not gonna fucking front. Yeah, I was pissed off. I was like, who the fuck's this weenie? You're not a weenie to me anymore. But I was just like, holy shit, what's going on? Who is he? But it brought me attention to who you were. I obviously fucking researched you, found out your page, and you weren't playing, bro. You were picking up heat, like straight heat. Like you came in like hot, like hotter than what most people are coming in at the rate that you're coming in. So I want to talk about what led to that. What were you doing before that? Like how did where was JP at before he fucking became JP Reptiles?
Yeah, so people really don't know my history. I actually was a huge reptile fan. So my first job I ever got was for a company called Super Pet. It's a big pet store chain. It was up here in Canada. And Super Pet was really well known in Canada because they had all kinds of exotic animals, birds, fish, reptiles, of all kinds of different stuff. And people could go there not only to buy stuff, but they could also go there to be kind of like a mini zoo. They could see things that you would not see very often. So I always had a huge passion for animals. My favorite guy growing up was Steve Irwin. I used to watch all of his shows.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. Oh man, that was the time. And I was blessed enough to have family that were really okay with me experimenting with pets. I still remember the first day I asked my mom growing up for a pet. She said, okay, if you are to get a reptile, then you need to prove to me you can take care of something. So she made me get a hamster. I hated the damn thing. I didn't want a hamster. I hated it. I didn't know that they were nocturnal, so they spin on the wheel all night, making noise. I couldn't sleep. I would put it outside of my room at night. Yeah. And she was like, no, that's your pet. You got to keep it. So I got stuck with that thing for a year when finally she was like, okay, open the floodgates. Let's do it. From that point on, I was that irresponsible kid, man. I had a nylon monitor as a 14-year-old kid. I bought an African rock python as a baby because I thought it was going to stay that size. Like I had all kinds of stuff. My favorite snake growing up was a bull snake. I actually had a bull snake. It was really cool.
Those things are
and so I had a lot of reptiles, and also I have another passion. So I've always been a huge fan of fish. So when you walked in my room,
freshwater or
well, I always wanted the saltwater tank. It's just unfortunately, I was always led to believe growing up that it is so much more work. So I actually got into African cichlids because African cichlids are basically just as colorful or somewhat as colorful. They're probably the most colorful freshwater fish you can get. So when you walk in my room, you see a 120-gallon fish tank. And the best thing about African cichlids is it goes against all rules. You want to overstock the tank because they're so aggressive. So the more fish are in there, the less chance one is about to be singled out and get picked on, and the less aggression you'll have and the less casualties. So you could just stock the crap out of it. I mean, like I had like 200 fish in there. And on the other side of my room, I had my reptiles. So I had, and it didn't last long. I would go through like 4 to 6 month periods of different reptiles, king snakes, the monitors. The best one I ever had was my chameleon. I had a veiled chameleon, and he lived a full life. I kept him his entire life. He died. He was around 7.5 years old, which is about average expectancy. Anyways, to make a long story short, I've always loved animals. And I originally wanted to become a herpetologist or a marine biologist. I was struggling between the two. Nice. And one thing that with me was I was always really good at sciences. I was really good at chemistry, physics, all this stuff. But I had one Achilles heel, and that was the math component. Like I can do straight up regular math, that's not a problem. But when you talk about advanced functions and calculus and algorithms and all this crazy nonsense, I couldn't get through it. And therefore, when I applied to universities, it didn't go so well. Unfortunately, you need those heavy math courses to get into that kind of stuff. So again, long story short, it kind of drove me away from the animal career that I was hoping to be involved in. And I ended up wanting to become a police officer. So I started training. I was training to become a cop. And that lasted a few years. And after that, I was working security jobs, not making a lot of money. And I just woke up one day and I'm like, I got to find something. I got to do something that pays the bills. I got to move out of my parents' basement. I got to buy a house, this and that. So I joined the car business. I was always really good at talking, as you could probably tell by some of my videos. Sometimes I talk too much.
No, you don't say. No, I'm saying. No.
Yeah, exactly. But so, I joined the car business. I was 25 years old and I killed it. I with the first 3 months in my first dealership, I was #1 in sales. I maintained it for over 6 months.
Nice.
9 months into my career, I was promoted to floor manager. And then 6 months later, I became a sales manager. And I just managed a Hyundai store for 4 years. And then I've had multiple dealership jobs in between since then. But it's the story that I'm trying to get to is it's kind of funny because you have this idea when you're young of what you want to do. Okay. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear everything you're saying.
Okay, so you have this idea of what you want to do, and sometimes people get pushed in a different direction in life. But then it's like a lot of times you end up finding your way back at some stage. I did so well in the car business. I just absolutely killed it, but I never really was truly happy. I never really was that passionate. It was just a job at the end of the day. Yeah. And it just got to a point where, I used to go to shows way back in my early 20s, and I decided to go to a show again. It was 2.5 years ago. First show I've been to in almost 10 years.
Nice.
Went to the show, and the animals that you see on tables today is not like what it was when I was 20.
Elaborate on that.
I mean, the ball pythons. I mean, the colors. Like the first snake I saw, I never knew what a dream skull was. I never saw a dream skull. I knew a pied. Like I saw my first pieds when I was 20. They were super expensive. I remember telling myself one day I'm going to own a pied ball python. They were like 10 grand at the time. They were absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So I went to the show and I saw this dreamsicle, mutation creations table. And there's a few other guys in Canada. They had a bunch of stuff, but it's just stuff I've never seen before. I don't know. It just kind of took off, man. It really reinvigorated what I used to love, what I used to be passionate about. You know what I mean? So long story short, that's J.P. in a nutshell, man. I found my way back and I kind of decided to make the transition. I mean, like I said, I never really truly was happy doing what I was doing at the dealerships. Yes, I was successful, but at the end of the day, for me, it's not always about the money. It's you got to be happy what you're doing. You got to want to wake up every day. You got to be inspired. You got to want to push yourself and just have a good time. And I think the Snakes has really brought that aspect. I mean, there's so much passion in it. I've made some lifelong friends. I mean, that was one of the biggest things for me last year, is traveling to all these shows, meeting all these different people.
Sure you did. I think that's what got you where you're at, to be honest, as far as like following and all that. And I mean, you did earn that. I'm not saying oh, you only got what you got because fucking at the end of the day, it's all who you know. That's what
you know what it is. So I'm very humble in the aspect that I don't take full credit because there is definitely some element to the quality of the snakes that were purchased that assisted, but there's also a lot of guys. There's also listen. There's also a lot of guys out there that have impressive collections, produce great stuff, that are not getting the traction on social media, and it's not because they don't have good stuff. It's just because they're not playing the social media game properly. Well, and that's what I figured out.
That's on them. That's not really some people figure it out sooner than later and some sooner than others, but at bench, and they're also don't want it enough. If somebody really wants to expand their shit, if they want to go to the next level, they will figure out YouTube, they will figure out social media. Dude, I was the same way. I remember in 2000, one thing I loved doing, and I was talking to Chris about this the other episode, is me and him were fucking legendary for using stories all the time. Before anyone started using this is before you came to the game. It's early, like 2017. Bro, I used to do the music with the stories, the side to, from the side to right. Anyways, I was huge on that, man. But I was so focused just on that because how easy it was, to where imagine if I documented all that and just started putting it on YouTube since 2017. Right. And I just didn't. I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't know how to fucking edit. It's because editing was hard, man. When people want to do stuff,
it's long too. It's a long process.
It's really tedious. It's like it hurts your brain. But if you, like I'm saying, all I'm saying is anything that's worth having is super hard to get. Right. It's going to put in a lot of sweat, blood, and tears. So if you really fucking want something that bad, okay, you're not. Period. If you want something that bad, you're going to fucking figure it out.
I 100% agree. And I had a strategy going into this. I mean, we can talk about it later if you want, but I actually developed a strategy early on how I wanted to do the whole thing and how I wanted to come in. And I've basically executed every goal that I had of mine.
Okay. So let's talk about, the execution you did right off the bat, right? Okay. Who did you know before? Like, okay, how did you even be like, okay, I'm going to buy this snake. I'm going to buy this snake. I'm going to put them together. Boom, this is what I want. How the fuck did that happen? Were you on Morph Market just fucking around? Like what how did it even get to that? That's what I want to know.
So I would be lying if I said that even though I wasn't involved with Reptiles for the better half of my 20s, I would be lying if I said I still didn't keep up with it. I mean, secretly, I'd go on forums, on pages, I'd look at some stuff. When I discovered Morph Market, I spent a lot of time, I wanted to learn the genetics aspect of it. And it's really tough, man. I mean, the genetics is it's like Mount Everest when you're looking at it. It's so difficult to get onto it if you have no exposure whatsoever.
Yeah.
But the Morph Market calculator was an amazing tool. I remember I used to spend like hours at night on my laptop just typing in random combinations in the calculator, seeing what came out, trying to understand how the whole thing worked. And you eventually get it. You get the whole thing, right? But basically, my first few animals that I bought, they came from the inspiration. So I saw a dreamsicle at Mutations Creations table. That was the first animal I saw. And I remember asking him about it. And it was a male. And he was fair in the sense where he told me at the time that I wasn't ready for a male because I had no female. So he kind of steered me in the right direction. I ended up buying some animals from him to kind of get started. And then I discovered Justin Kabilka's channel because I started watching a lot of YouTube videos. And I still remember he did this video of this clown stuff. He had like a firefly clown on it. And I thought, like, I saw firefly clown and I was like, dude, that thing is ridiculous. So gorgeous. Everybody else is like, dude, it's just a firefly clown. To me, I was like, that snake is bright yellow. It's insane. I got to make that. So what did I do? I called him up, or I emailed him. I said, hey, do you have firefly clowns? So he did. So the first, she actually bred for me last year. She was one of my first, I would say, first 6 animals that I bought was that firefly clown initially. And
so your very first purchase, ball python, came from JKR?
No, first one's from Mutation. So I bought 3, if I remember correctly, lavender het pied. I bought a clown. Well, she's actually a blade clown, she proved out to be. And I bought a black pastel, double het, dreamsicle. Those are the 3 first animals I bought from Billy up in Canada here.
Shout out to Billy, by the way. He's in the comments. Big fucking OG, triple OG, triple triple. What up, Billy? Mutation Creations. Thanks for being
here. He because that's a big advice I get to everybody is everybody always asks me, like, how do you get started? Man, it's so hard. If you don't know anything about the reptiles or the snakes whatsoever, you really got to align yourself with somebody who's doing it, who they, again, at the end of the day, what they say is very opinion based, but their opinion holds a little bit more weight because they're doing it. So you can gather all that opinion and kind of help steer you. And Billy in the beginning kind of helped keep me planted. And then I just fell on Justin's channel. I saw the stuff he was producing and I was like, wow, like, to me, you don't even have to be a snake lover to really appreciate the colors, the combinations, and mutations. I didn't even know this stuff was possible. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's funny you say that because you're okay. Really, in a sense, for me, your Billy is my Chris Cercery, and then your JKR is my Always Evolving Pythons. It's funny. It's literally, I ran in my first when I was private on Instagram. I was so retarded on social media. I didn't know how to use hashtags for one thing, and I was posting snakes when I only had 100 followers that were all DJ friends, like just that. And I was posting snakes getting no likes. And then I met Chris and I was like, this guy already had like fucking 20,000 likes at that time. And I was like, holy shit. And he was like, yeah, you should probably take your shit off private. And as soon as I did that, I was like, dude, I was like, oh, wow, 20 likes. I was like, what the fuck? That's nuts. And then I remember when I first got 100 likes and it turned into something fucking crazy. And then I started getting all these other accounts, obviously, right? So I started running into like, Aussie Boys, fucking JKR, you know what I mean, Billy, and fucking all. It was just nonstop. I was like, holy shit.
And the problem with all of that is it's so infectious and it's like, it's addicting. I mean, I remember telling myself, okay, my favorite snakes were pieds. So I was like, when I first met Billy, I'm like, I just want to make a few pieds. I'm going to buy like 5 animals and 1 male and we're going to get it done. Then I stumbled across Justin's channel and I saw all these clown combos he was making. I started binge watching all these videos. Then I'm like, oh, I got to get clowns. And it just like, it got to the point where even I look back and I'm like, yeah, it snowballed quick. I mean, it's addicting, man. It's so addicting.
There, bro. But the thing is, you let it happen. It's not like you woke up and God's like, here, so fucking, you just woke up with a new.
No, because I wanted it to happen. I mean, I really.
I made, dude, I remember I didn't have much in my life at that point when I fucking bought my first snake. I was not in a good position, especially like just in any way, but then, and then I stopped doing it. Well, I wasn't, okay, let me rewind that. I was in a good position because money really wasn't an issue because what I was doing, but I was so unhappy what I was doing. I ditched that, took a job that really was able to let me do what I wanted to do with the snakes. And I ate shit for like 3 years. I fucking made hardly no money. And I was fucking investing everything in rats and everything else. But I made it happen, dude. This all happens if you really want it. I know I already said that earlier, but anyways, okay. So,
and I don't regret. I can just say I don't regret anything. I mean, it's been, you know what? Like everybody's brand new at things, and you always look back and you could tell yourself, like, yeah, I wish I did certain things differently or whatever. But overall, I don't really have any regrets, man. It's been so much fun.
Yeah, so being brand new is not really a bad thing, Acting brand new is something stupid, you know what I mean? Don't act like you don't know when it comes to certain things, but being brand new, like being new into something is not a bad thing at all, you know what I mean? And I kind of was like, my persona is everything, right? And when I remember, like, when I stopped giving a fuck about who was following me and stuff like that, I just, like, everything just started coming together and I was having more fun doing it. And, like, I always talk about this, I don't know how many show, having fun makes everything else just a better time for you. You know what I mean? When
it's funny you mentioned that because it brings up a very interesting point. I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, you're good. I'm used to it. Forrest does it all the time, so just go ahead.
So it's funny you bring up that point because in the beginning I was really focused on trying to impress other people's customers, and then my focus kind of shifted to, like you say, where you don't care about what people think of you anymore. Everybody is going to make their own niche. They're going to have their own people that like them, that are going to follow them, that are going to want to be, no matter what kind of personality you have. So my mindset completely shifted. It was like less caring about other people's demographics and let me try to create my own community of people that like me. And it's worked very well.
Nice. I mean, I feel like you've kept that community, which is good, because people build relationships and they shit all over them. And that's true. That's the unfortunate part of things. But hey, listen, if you fly straight arrow. And I met JP in person. So, okay, let's go back. I didn't get to finish what I was saying, how I was jealous off JP going to Tinley and fucking meeting everyone that I wanted to meet before him or anybody else. Okay, there. Anyway, so I see him with pictures.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's all good. So, anyways, since that point, I never fucking followed JP, even though I should have, because I liked everything he had. I didn't fucking follow JP because I was like, you know what? Because there was other drama, of course, and I know this isn't new to anyone, but there was some bullshit drama, and it kind of made some political stands, and I didn't know JP. I knew the other fucking party, and I was riding with the other party, but we met in fucking person, and you know what's funny? Before we spoke to each other, I was still annoyed by him.
I saw you. You were standing at Jay Brewer's place in Northern California, and you kept avoiding me.
I was texting Billy. I was like, yo, fucking JP's right here, bro. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I was like, you know what? Here's the deal. I'm going to say what up to him, bro. Like, I got to see what this dude's all about. And Billy's like, do it, bro. Like, I'm not tripping. And I was like, fucking, and then I went to talk to you, and man, we did hit it off, and I fucking loved everything you had to say. You're a harmless dude, man. You're just here to have a fucking good time, and you're willing to travel, which a lot of motherfuckers wish they could travel. And, I'm one of them, and you just have the ability to do that. And that's awesome. And because you're doing it, you're growing from it. And look what you got, man. Like, honestly, I knew your first season was going to be the way it was last year. I'm not ready for this year. I don't know what you got going. I see the pairings, but I just don't know what your babies are going to look like. And I'm pretty fucking excited for you. That's all I got to say. I'm stoked.
It's kind of scary because I was really late. I had this philosophy where I knew that if I kept pushing back acquiring the males that I needed, then I was going to run into the situation where I am now, where I've got 12 males on the shelf that are all 600-700 grams, but they're still too young. They're not interested, and nothing's happening.
Right.
But on the other side of the coin, I was like, I don't want to just buy whatever just to make whatever.
Yeah.
I would rather give my females another year off and be patient, because I want every clutch to be meaningful and have a real purpose for my collection and the future.
You're not breeding them just to fucking breed them. Like,
exactly. I don't want clutches of just clutches. I want everything to be impactful, be good. And if it means that I got to put off half the collection until next year again, just because my males are not ready, I'm happy to do so.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't have that many clutches. I didn't break 10 digits. I didn't break over 10 digits. But everything that I hatched was so meaningful. It was everything
it's everything you wanted for your collection.
3 years. It's been everything I've been wanting for 3 years. I raised fucking everything for at least 3 years, and I finally fucking wrote it out. And honestly, that's the best feeling in the world, man. And oh man, it's awesome, and it's cool because you're somebody who I'm seeing that's like we're on the same road almost, only that you're fucking way fucking ball python game is stupid. But anyways, but it's cool because it's well deserved. JP, you put it. Okay, this motherfucker took his licks like a man. Okay. Fucking, he still takes his licks. Motherfuckers still hate on JP. I don't know why, man. Let the motherfucker live his life. He ain't hurting nobody, and he's fucking killing the game. We should be supporting this motherfucker, and that's just how I feel. I'm not gonna rant right now, but anyways, JP, let's talk about. Okay, how many clutches you got going this year? What's the best case scenario?
Well, so I'll put it this way: I have 40 females that are above 1,400 grams. Okay, so in theory, I could get a lot. The problem, like I said, where I just touched on, is I'm really lacking these males. Most of my males are getting to the size point, but they're still too young. Long story short, I've got 2 guaranteed right now. I have a clutch that's actually dropping here in about 2 to 3 days.
Right.
I think 2 to 3 days. We'll see how accurate I am. But I basically calculated 30 days from after her shed. I've got another clutch for sure. She's about to ovulate here, I would say, in about a week.
Okay.
And then I've got 6 females that are pushing 20 millimeter follicles. So I would say right now I'm only going to commit to 8. It really depends on what happens with these males and if I can get them going.
Right.
And some people have told me, they're like, dude, just slap your Batman to everything. Your other male, just because I got 2 adult proven breeder males that are great males. But it's like, at the same time, I don't want to make 20 clutches of the same stuff either. You know what I mean? Like, there's a risk. For me, there's a risk. It's not every female is going to lay for you every single year. I don't want to tie up a really important female this year just to get eggs with the male that I have. Then all of a sudden, when the actual male I wanted to use on her next year is ready, and all of a sudden she decides not to go. That would set me back even further. So I'd rather just wait.
Okay. I mean, like you said, you're not in a rush. I mean, you're in this for the long run. So how's it gonna hurt? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm taking my time, man. It's that's why I chose to buy everything as babies. 95% of the collection was bought as hatchlings. I spent 18 months growing them up and watching them and putting in the work with it. And I'm in no rush at all. It's one day I'll get there, and it doesn't have to be today.
I mean, but at the end of the day, you will never really get there because you're always setting the bar higher. Am I right? I mean,
that's just my personality. My personality is whatever I decide to do in life, I try to be the best at it. Whether or not I can actually be the best is a different story.
But you should never get complacent. You never
want exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't know. That's the way I see it. All right, JP. So let's get into your fucking favorite morph.
Favorite morph.
Yeah. What is something you've loved and never gonna ever take it out of your collection? It's always gonna be in the mix. Always a part of your ingredients.
Are we talking like a combo here? Or are we talking about like a single gene?
We're talking about milk snakes. Yes. I mean, whatever. Just fucking let's talk about you could say whatever gene that has a combo in it. I mean, I'm not.
Well, my favorite snake that's coming up. I'm sure you watched my last video where I revealed it. I picked up the second Pompeii that was ever produced in the entire world from JKR.
Wow.
And he is definitely going to be the favorite as of today. But it's a very close second, and you could say genetically, my other favorite snake is not that impressive genetically, but visually to me, it's just so attractive. I like the dark stuff. My Sumapide, it's just a super mahogany pied, but
sick. Honestly,
I love the look of it, and I would say that's another just animal I'm super stoked about.
That's never a disappointment when you put that on your stories. I like seeing that one, bro. That one's a banger, bro.
Yeah, it's people are always like, oh, where can you take the project? It's dark, it's nice. So sometimes you don't always need to take the project.
Yeah, that's a project that trust me, it's
great the way it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Point. That's a good point. But you got to understand, there's also some things where if you do take it there, it's a hit or miss thing. Like sometimes you're like, oh, way to fuck that up. But then sometimes you're like, oh my fucking God, red stripe is a fucking $400 animal again on the tables. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's certain things where if you take it there, certain genetics that weren't selling as much blows up to the next level. And I think that's why that's pretty dope. But it's all, hey, listen, it's all to each their own, right? It's what you want to do with it. People are against hybrid fucking projects. Fuck you off. I'm going to breed my retic to a Burmese. I'm going to do all that. But let me do my thing. I'm not hurting the animal. I'm just letting them, do their thing. Not a big deal, right?
It's like the whole spider controversy. I mean, I get messages all the time. People asking me, like, these are like non-breeder, like kind of pet level people. And they're saying, hey, what do you think of the spider morph? I said, I don't reserve any judgment on anybody who breeds spider. Well, I don't have it in my collection because it doesn't fit with my project. Doesn't mean I'm going to hate on somebody. I think everybody should be allowed to do their thing and
do your thing. Do your fucking thing, bro.
Yeah, don't worry about other people and their collections and their directions and what you might think in your mind is a bad idea. Maybe they like it. And at the end of the day, it's like, I'll give you an example. So I produced 3 Batman combos last year in those 4 clutches. And it's like, yeah, Batman's coming down in prices. They're not all that exciting anymore. People are not as excited as they were 2 years ago. But I still love the morph. It's beautiful. It's attractive. I love it. I have no problems putting it in my rack. I would love to make more. So it's a combination, man. You got to have fun doing what you're doing. It can't always be about what other people think is good and this and that. You just got to follow what you think in your mind is the right direction.
How the hell are you going to do anything in life if you're worried about other people? You're always going to fucking just be miserable.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense. But honestly, that was one of my fucking Achilles heels too. I always worried about what other people think. I
did too in the beginning. I really tried. I wanted to be, accepted.
I think, but dude, this is why I love this fucking hobby. I didn't learn that shit when I was in my 20s, fucking DJing. I was fucking really like about, I probably did things with the wrong people versus like the business side of things. Like, you don't understand. Like, I was not fucking, it was all about the party, right? I didn't know that I possibly could have been good enough where if I was more business minded, I could have fucking got a production label. I could have just started going places where I wanted to go, but I didn't have that vision. All I cared about was getting gigs where they could pay for my fucking hotel room, my, partying and all that shit. That's like minimal shit. But, the hobby, like being into doing something where it's all out of passion, right? It just makes you grow up. It makes you learn a lot of things, bottom line. And that's why I have so much, I give so much respect to this fucking hobby only because it just made me, I'm working on being more humble, right? So I want to be more humble. I want to fucking give more people the time of day. I want to be have more empathy. You know what I mean? People have feelings, all that good stuff. So I want to be
political. You want to be political.
No, I don't want to be political. I'm not fucking Miguel. Even shout out to Miguel. Miguel. The thing is, Miguel's a fuck. He shakes hands. He's shaking hands and kissing baby, bro. He doesn't talk shit about anybody. Okay, never mind. It's a lie. No, but like he's fucking cool to everybody. Like, you know what I mean? He never lets anybody know that he has issues and shit. Like, it's. I have a lot to learn. I learned a lot from that guy. I'll tell you that right now. But I've learned a lot from a lot of other breeders. You know what I mean? I see how a lot of motherfuckers run their shit, their business, and then you see people who don't run it so right, and they're just fucking loudmouths and all this other shit. And it's like, you know what I mean? I don't want to get involved on who those people were, but listen, I've had my share and my research on who the people I look up to and the people I don't want to be like. Okay. So that's the reason why I love this hobby. And, not only that, look, I'm meeting people like J.P. from Canada. I don't think I've had any homies from the French side of Canada. You know what I mean? I think Bret Hart,
not by blood though, just by language.
True. 100%.
So before all that, because I know a lot of Americans are like, oh, those Quebecois, haha, like all they eat is poutine all the time.
Fucking like, Quebecois, bro. I think that's a new word I've never even heard of. Quebecois.
Well, okay, so the real way of saying it is Quebecois.
Reminds me of Quagmire, and you remind me of a Quagmire, dude. You have so many cartoon facial feature likes. Okay, you remind me of fucking Pee Wee Herman. That's one.
No, I like the one Miguel had in Arlington last year.
Was that a Bart?
Yeah, that was the best. That was hilarious.
God, Bart, bro.
They were even when he turned off the camera from the story, they were still laughing for like half an hour after that.
Fucking, what's funny is all the people. Here's another thing, and I hope you fucking whoever was hating you guys are listening to this, but all the people who thought that when Miguel was posting those stories of calling you Bart, they all thought like they were shutting you out. You know what I mean? But dude, they were just showing you.
Oh, we were having a good time. It was great. I was laughing about it. I thought it was great,
bro. Come on,
it was
man.
My idea to post that.
And you know what? I want to say something else. I want to give a shout out to your fellow Canadian, Will Merrows. That guy, he stand by you, bro. He kind of gave me insight on how good of a guy you were too prior to me meeting you. And he had a lot of good things to say about you. So
Will's a good guy. And he helped me through a lot of things too. And then he gave me a lot of great advice. The advice that I got while I was growing wasn't just from one person. It was from a combination of people. And it's amazing, and that's why I think it's so important for everybody to kind of put aside the hate, put aside all this drama and stuff, and just get together and just be a bunch of bros, have a good time, and talk about stuff. And everybody's got each other's back. And at the end of the day, that's how it should be.
Hey, how far are you from Calgary?
Calgary is about a 3-hour flight from me.
3-hour flight. Okay, so you don't live that close to Bret the Hitman Hart.
No.
Okay, I thought that was like.
Yeah, man. I just like I told you, I came up with a strategy. So before I even started buying animals, I already had in my mind an idea of where I was going. Yes, it kind of snowballed a little bit. I never thought I was going to have that many animals that quick. I thought I was going to go starting small, but the entire journey, I had set aside goals. I told myself, this is what I want to accomplish here. This is what I want to do with Instagram. This is what I want to do with YouTube. This is what I want to do with the collection. And I just figured out a way to do it. And that's all I did was I did it. You think about it this way.
Set goals, man. You set goals in life. That's what you got to do.
I'll give you one example. So I chose the route of not buying someone else's collection just to get into it right away.
That's dumb.
I chose to buy all babies, learn the animals, and grow them over time.
That's the way.
But here's the problem with that. When you have, let's say you go out and buy 50 animals tomorrow and they're all hatchlings. Well, you've got at least 18 months of nothing happening. Nothing's happening. You're just doing a routine.
Your fucking snakes are growing. They're getting to where
but listen. I mean, in terms of productivity, you're not producing. You're going in your snake room. You're cleaning them every day. You're feeding once a week, and you're just committed, but you're not actually production. So
you're not making
during that process, I wanted to divest energy into other places so that I always kept busy. So what was my number one goal? I said, well, if I can't produce animals right now, then why don't I start working on social media? So that way, when I do get to the animals being produced, I have a name and I can tell them and I can have that success. And
that's hustle too. That's a good job.
Was that?
So that would be your second hustle in the hobby. I mean, because if you really, I have this conversation, about, can you be rich breeding ball pythons or breeding snakes? And it's all case by case. It depends. Are you just breeding ball pythons and doing nothing with your life? Or are you breeding ball pythons? You're smashing fucking all social media platforms. You're putting yourself out there. You're flying to shows. You're going to YouTube, putting YouTube videos out every 2 days. That shit is what gets you to the fucking, you know what I'm saying? That it gets you there. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of energy. That's a lot. It's not fucking, it happens when it happens, right? But it's just not. You just don't know if it happens. You just fucking have fun doing it. You keep yourself busy. So so it's a good point you said that you wanted social media just to keep yourself busy.
Because think about it mentally. I'm going in my snake room every day. I spend an hour cleaning tubs, and that's the same routine for 18 months. Okay, so you are accomplishing something in the sense where you're watching the collection grow. You're seeing everything, right before your eyes, but you're not making those relationships. You're not gaining customers. You're not having the production. So I'm always looking on my downtime for ways to improve. I'll give you one example. This week was the first week where I learned how to use Photoshop.
Right.
Because I am not happy with my thumbnail game on YouTube. So over the last 3 days, I probably watched over 100 Photoshop videos. I finally made my first thumbnail on Photoshop, and you can probably see it on my YouTube channel. And it's not that impressive, but I did it on my own.
JP made the thumbnail for this episode, by the way, so I appreciate.
No.
No, he helped me out because, dude, I'm not okay. Listen, it's a good point. He said that he took the time to learn how to fucking make good thumbnails. I don't give a shit, but also I want to learn how to make a good thumbnails. But he kicked me down a good app on how to. What's that app? Go and put that app out there. How do you make
Thumbnail Maker?
Thumbnail Maker. Okay, cool. So
that's like your amateur way. Now I'm really investing a lot of time into Photoshop because I want to elevate it. So the point I'm trying to make is whenever I have downtime, whenever something's not happening, I'm looking for something else to do that will benefit my branding and my business to take it to the next level. And that's just how I always think. I don't want everyone to be stagnant. I don't want to plateau. I don't want to get stuck somewhere. I'm always looking for how to continue pushing forward. It's just my mindset and whatever I do.
And that's why JP is gonna go places. I can tell you that.
You know what? I hope so. I really believe in this industry. I believe in the people. I believe in the animals. I believe it's just the whole package. Making friends, having all this fun with the animals. It's the whole package. I really believe in it, and I just feel like you put in some good effort, and it'll pay dividends later on.
Can I say something? Can I be real with you real quick, JP?
Yeah, man.
Same thing with me and probably a lot of other people, but your only enemy is yourself. Okay.
Yep.
That's your only fucking enemy. And that comes from your actions, what comes out of your mouth, the way you treat people. So you could build a really, really strong community, but you could fuck that up by either saying something really stupid, not understanding your surroundings, not respecting somebody. Even if you're talking to somebody that's not that person you're talking to, you don't know if that person's homies to that person who could be somebody really fucking big. This community, this community is not that fucking big. And guess what? After meeting Forrest, thank you, Forrest. But after meeting him, he has fucking keyed me in with so many huge players in this fucking game that aren't even.
That guy has knowledge, man. If you ever had a nice conversation with that guy.
So Dave Levison, his homie who came on, that guy's I don't want to fucking. I'm not trying to jerk him off right now, but dude, Dave Levison is a fucking well-known key player, just as well as known as fucking Forrest behind the scenes. I'm telling you. Like we were talking about some epic fucking OG people from back in the day. But what I'm saying is these, Forrest and Dave kept the community that they have throughout these years. You know what I mean? And they're still friends. And what I'm trying to say is, look, you could go places in life if you have goals, you have fucking, you have motivation. But if you fuck up by saying something wrong or doing somebody wrong, that could just ruin everything. So
here's the issue with that statement too, is I feel like, whether it's ball pythons or work or any aspect in life, I feel like people sometimes are too quick to get the pitchforks out. My philosophy, what I used to tell my customers in the auto industry is, we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to say things sometimes that we don't mean. That's just part of being a human. But what I remind everybody is, don't judge somebody based on the mistake they made. Judge them based on their ability to correct the mistake.
But that's then there's a lot of people out there who understand that, but a lot of people don't take back things that are said. So there's mistakes that can be made, but when you say things, it's hard to take those things back. So just, and to anybody out there, just fucking tread carefully what comes out of your mouth.
Right.
Period. And have respect to whatever the fuck you're saying. This is something my mama told me, which I didn't listen to until I'm now going on 35. Just keep your fucking comments to yourself. I'm trying to learn how to do
35. No way.
I turned 35 in August. Let it go. But yeah, and I'm learning that day by day, bro. But listen, no, that's the reason why I only want to mention that, because you are definitely going places, JP. You are a fucking solid ass dude.
I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
And you're meeting amazing people. I mean, do you ever plan on going to Germany, like fucking over there with those fucking other crazy?
Yeah. So I'm currently thinking maybe in November, doing the ham show. Just not sure. I was told that you're not allowed to take pictures and doing videos and that kind of stuff there. You can just go and look at the animals. But there is a lot of really cool guys in Europe that I've talked to on social media. I'll name one guy, Scott Wilkinson, and I met him at the Mexico trip last year. Just really awesome guy. So definitely want to go out there and maybe work on the distribution channel a little bit, meet some people, and just have a good time. It's just hard. It's hard to be everywhere at once, and it costs money. These trips are not cheap.
I mean, dude,
I wanted to come to the Anaheim show, but it was like, the hotels doubled in cost and parking and this and that. So
it burns you out, man. And I'm only seeing through that. Like, how the hell you guys do what you do? And then fucking Miguel and fucking Harrison and fucking whoever the fuck else fucking went to go ride a goddamn bull in Texas. And then it's like, dude, they're nuts, bro. And honestly, I'm just jealous again because I probably would have rode the bull. Fucked up my knee even worse and get my wife pissed at me. But dude,
I didn't go to that event. My focus in Arlington was really just to be at the shows, meet people, talk to people, do some videos. I really wanted to keep it really business minded, so I didn't do any of that stuff on the last show. Yeah, and definitely with Tinley's coming up in about a week. It's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be all business and being at the show and just having fun.
Yeah, definitely, man. Having fun. That's great. Meeting new people, coming up with new ideas.
There's like a handful of people that I can say. So I talk to these guys probably once a day, every day on the phone. And I met them. They're all Americans and amazing guys. I'll give you one example. Shelby from Mershon's Morph. That dude has been like, even when I was going through a rough patch, that guy was always there for me, always on the phone, always coaching me, always keeping me level headed. And so there's some really, really great people out there that are they become lifelong friends. Even if I left the business tomorrow, I'll never lose these friendships, and that's really awesome.
And that's some really good respect right there. So, what is it, Marshawn Morphs?
Yeah, Shelby is just one example of just an awesome guy. He's another guy like me. Like, he genuinely cares about everybody's well-being, and if he can help somebody in distress, he will. It's a rare quality.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah. I gotta give the shout outs, man, where they deserve.
Oh, 100%. I do it all the time, dude. I give reach arounds all the time, so don't worry about it.
There you go. I don't know about reach arounds, but definitely.
No, I'm just kidding, dude. That's awesome. Honestly, people like that help you get further in not only in the hobby, but just in life. You know what I mean? So that's good, bro. That's what's up. Now, dude, how's it like kicking it with Chase, bro? I mean, I don't really know too much of him. I know he battled a fucking crazy life, traumatic experience.
Chase is cool, man. Chase is level-headed. He's down to earth. He's just a cool guy. And I don't know if you saw some of the stories. We tried to do some funny, like, cheeky stuff on Instagram. Like, we did the silly salmon. I don't think a lot of people got the whole silly salmon thing.
That was an epic fail, bro. I get the salmon.
You get the silly salmon?
You just didn't do it, dude.
Dude, he was like, I told him he needed a bit more airtime.
You're not supposed to say, okay, go. And then, you know what I mean? Like you said, like you gave him a cue. You don't give him a cue.
We tried. We did like 12 takes of it. And then he was like, dude, just post that one.
E for effort. You know what? Shout out for Chase, because I know that, that was your idea. That was definitely Chase.
Oh, 100%.
And Chase is a fucking sport, man. Chase is like, he just said, all right, cool, man. It's like, so shout out to Chase.
That one we were in the car, we're just trying. You know how long it took us to get both our heads in sync for that like long drive that we did? I mean, it took us like a good fat minute just to get that going. So we had some fun with it. We did the live streaming helped us. I mean, I don't know if you watch any of those live streams, but
I did. They were pretty cool.
Yeah, 14 hours in the car, man. It felt like we were only in the car for 3 hours. I mean, that's how much fun it was. So he's cool. He's the type of guy where it's like Justin's more reserved and he's the professional, the business minded kind of like CEO of a company. And Chase is the guy that's like, he'll just, hey, you want to do that? Jump over it. Let's go. Like, let's just do it.
Imagine your fucking boss being fucking JKR, dude. Like, you know what I mean? But keeping your job, like, meaning like, dude, I'm sure fucking Justin loves this guy, man. Like, it's his favorite employee, probably.
Can I just say something? From spending a week with Justin, let me tell you, this guy is actually he's not a hard ass. He's not.
Wait, who?
JK, like Justin Kabilka himself.
Who the fuck says he's a hard ass?
I'm just saying that guy is like just chill, down to earth.
Wait. Let's rewind this. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, we had stipulations in the beginning. We wouldn't name drop, but can we break the rules and tell me who the fuck said that JKR is a hard ass?
So I thought that's what you implied when you said that him as a boss and this and that.
No, bro. I mean, come on, guy. Easy. No, that's not what I meant. I meant like meaning that's who does Chase work for? JKR. That's his manager. It says Chase is JKR's manager is what I meant. No,
that would be a tough job for me because
that's not what I was implying, dude. Fucking, I met Justin. You want to know a funny story? The first time I met Justin is at Pomona. Okay, he was on his way to the bathroom. It's my first time ever. Like, I had this fucking, I don't know what kind of camera it was, but I was like, hey, Justin, can we do a little quick interview real quick? And he's like, yeah, sure, man. So I was like, holy shit. He said yes. So I turned
he's cool, man.
I turn it around. This motherfucker gives me at least 15 minutes of his fucking time. Okay. And I'm just cheesing. And I'm like, dude, thank you so much, man. I can't wait. I give him a high five. I look, I press the red button, like to stop recording. I look and it starts recording. So I didn't record the whole fucking thing. The whole thing never got recorded, bro. Can you
this guy? I remember my first Tinley show. That was the first year I started buying snakes.
Unreal.
He at the show, it was like, come on over behind the desk. Let's do videos. Let's do this. I was a nobody. Like I had just, like you said, he just gives people the time of day, and it's just,
and that was very inspiring. So thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll watch this, probably not, but hopefully, I'm sure JP will send you the link because it's about JP. So
yeah.
But if you see this, Justin or Chase, shout out to you guys. I can tell you right now, I'm other than fucking Forrest, and you guys are like a non what is that term? Hold on. You guys are a non-dysfunctional couple. Like, you guys are like almost like the sweet fucking, working couple, like Forrest and Steven. They're like the
dude, we talked about that at this facility when I was there. I said, you know how rare it is to find two people that just mesh.
That's fucking that I don't the only two people I've ever seen in this hobby that's just
forget the hobby, say in general. In a company.
In general, in the fuck, from what I've seen, period, partner wise, man, it just comes in so together. So that's why, shout out to my boy Kush, shout out to my boy Forrest, and then Justin and fucking Chase. Those are two doing that now. Hi, wife, you want to smoke? Okay, my wife wants to smoke. But anyways, keep talking. So JP, so your relationship with Justin, Chase, do you guys have any plans to fucking link up again? Are you guys linking up at Tinley? Like, tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we're going to do something at Tinley. We're going to do some more filming. I actually am trying to help him out with his YouTube channel, just because I got all this new fancy camera gear. I'm ordering some gimbals. I really want to take my YouTube game to the next level. Not because I'm trying to be like better. I'm actually genuinely starting to enjoy the filming process, and I want to become a better filmer. I want to learn how to do stuff. Like, I don't know if you follow Peter McKinnon at all on YouTube.
Yeah, I do.
Peter McKinnon. Like, I want to be like that. I want to be able to create this awesome content for not just for everybody else, but for myself. And I'm always trying to elevate the game. So it's something I'm working on this year, but we're going to do some filming. I think we're going to do something where I go back to his facility here in the near future. He wants to do some more videos on some stuff, and I'm going to help him out with that. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, my schedule's pretty stacked for the next couple of months. I got a couple of trips I'm going on. I'm going to do a podcast with Barchek, which will be a lot of fun.
Dude. That's going to be sick because shout out to Brian Barchek's podcast. That thing is sick as fuck.
Yeah, I try to watch as many as I can. I missed the last one, but I did watch the last two before that. And it just brings a whole new level. Like, you see these YouTube videos, you see people putting a lot of effort into sensationalizing themselves, making these YouTube. But then when you get into a podcast, it's just mellow, like the person behind the scenes just chatting. It's a totally different vibe.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about somebody.
That's for sure, man. 100%. So your next show's Tinley, right? That's what's coming up in March.
Yep.
What about Pomona? August, my birthday. What's good?
So I probably will go to Pomona. One of the things I wanted to make sure it wasn't at Anaheim, but in Pomona, definitely.
I'm going to be doing a little generic version of what Cusco does as far as the podcast thing. So make sure you stop by, say what up to me and Forrest. We're going to be doing
absolutely.
We're going to have a little unfiltered Reptiles podcast. Well, who knows? At that point, fucking Forrest might just want to upscale. Forrest doesn't want anything generic. This motherfucker does not play. Have you seen his shoes? He has the crazy
What happened to him wanting to move to California?
It's probably on hiatus, bro. How the hell do you move everything?
I know. That's why it's tough, right?
Move a multi-million-dollar fucking rap business. Well, he wouldn't move that. He would just keep that there, and he would start like another chapter, like on the West Coast. I'm assuming, but
right.
I mean, it's really I don't know. I stopped asking about the California thing because this dude just got so much going on. So I don't know. But I hope that'd be sick because if he comes out to Cali, man, his The whole West Coast is going to be served, man. That's going to be sick. I can't wait. If he does.
And the thing I love about Forrest is, like I said, his knowledge, man. That guy knows about everything from 30 years ago. Like, he's just so well educated on every past breeder, past genes, what happened to this, what happened to that. You know, like, it's just so full of knowledge. You were there when we had him and Jay Brewer together at the table.
Oh man, that was fun, dude.
I learned so much about the reptile industry that night. I was like information overload.
Okay, do you remember the conversation we had on how much he doesn't like people who drink, or how much he just doesn't?
No, he didn't say that, did he?
No, not excuse me. Rewind that. Erase that. No, he just how much he just does not enjoy drinking. He's not had a drop out of alcohol in his entire life.
I'm the same way. I don't drink.
But you've had a drop of alcohol. I saw
Twice.
Ozzy. I saw what Marcus Jane and Ozzy did to you at fucking in Cancun. They leveled you, bro. You were fucking
dude. It just got like after 5 days of peer pressure, I had to let in.
That's dude. You cannot drink in Mexico. How the fuck are you gonna go to Cancun and not drink? And
I'm a simple guy, man. I just need a beach and sun, and that's it. I'm a huge beach rat.
You gotta relax, man. If you having a fucking, I feel like somebody like you would love a fucking pina colada or a fucking, goddamn sex on the beach or something.
Oh, stop it! I knew you were gonna say that. Stop it.
No, you would, dude. I'm just, Harrison was drinking those motherfuckers to the ground, and I had one day where I was drinking these mango fucking, tequila drinks all day. And by the way, I had the worst hangovers. I don't recommend those drinks, but I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not forcing you to drink. Though I'm happy you don't drink. Being able not to want to have alcohol is it's pretty strong willpower. Because you know what I mean. Liking beer and stuff like fucking IPAs get you fat as shit. I've been through those fucking stages and stuff, and now I'm, when I do drink, I either drink Tecate Light or I'll fucking have some really good high end whiskey. That's my choice. So it's cool that you don't really need anything to crutch on. You know what I mean? Like I have a couple things I just crutch on, which I wish I didn't, but it's cool that
I always make fun of myself. I tell everybody I'm the worst guy to take to a party.
You would be the biggest L7 at a party. I wouldn't bring you to a party. Actually, I would bring you.
Actually, you need a designated driver, the most valuable friend.
You don't need to be there for the party to pick us up.
I just drop you off and come back.
Go fucking clean your snake shit, and when you get done, come pick us up. We should be done. Can I come in? No, do not come in.
Hey guys, is MJ still here? I'm right here to pick him up.
To be honest, you'd be fucking. You people like you, man. Don't even trip. Hey, okay, let's talk about. You have a girlfriend, right?
Yes.
Okay, how long have you been with her for?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. And when was it when you discovered that she put mayonnaise on her beef tacos?
That was new, actually. That was like 6 months ago. That was some weird ass thing. I've never seen that in my life.
Were you guys out of sour cream? Like, was there a reason behind it?
Or so I don't like sour cream, so there's no sour cream. You don't need sour cream to make a good taco or a quesadilla. All you need is salsa and guacamole, and that's it. Sour cream kills the taste.
What the fuck, dude? I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but
it takes away all the taste.
Finish, JP. You are not in a position where you can not put sour. You don't get real Mexican food where you're at. Well, you do not. If I lived,
you saw my stories.
JP, stop. If I lived where you're at, I would have to have fucking sour cream on everything. There's no way in hell. You guys have fucking, it's like, I don't know. Let's not get too much in debt in it. But listen, I can't wait. When you come to Pomona, I need that one day for you to come down to San Diego, take you on an MJ.
I told you I'm coming to San Diego. You promised me to give me real, authentic, and I'm holding you to it because Mexican food is my favorite food.
Okay, but listen, where I'm going to take you, you can't talk that much. You need to realize that, okay?
As long as there's no sour cream, we're good.
I'm not worried about the sour cream. I'm worried about you saying something you shouldn't say, and then we're in trouble. So listen, wherever we go,
it's those kind of areas.
Any area. I mean, you never know where you're at. I'm just saying. No, but listen, I want that one day. Okay, full day, and it should be like a day or so too before the show because I want this to be epic and talked about at the show. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna take them on a taco tour, and we're gonna eat some real deal fucking Mexican food.
And we're gonna vlog it.
Not one fucking bit of sour cream, okay? Now,
you're not I hate sour cream. It's so gross.
Trust me, you're weird, but okay, I get it. We're not gonna have no sour cream, okay? All right, your girlfriend. Do you plan on breaking up with your girlfriend because of the whole mayonnaise thing? I think somebody asked a question in the comments. I don't know who.
I would say no. I don't think so.
Right. Sorry, no. Whoever asked that question in the comments, no. Okay, cool. So, what's your plan with your girlfriend? You gonna marry her or what?
I think we're both kind of like, I don't want to say anti-marriage. It's just, we're both very driven people. She actually has no interest in the whole snake thing, and she does her own thing.
I was just about to ask what is her whole insight on the snakes? So she's not about it.
She thinks they're cool, but it's like she doesn't want to be part of social media. She doesn't want to be on camera. She doesn't want to. Yeah, it's
she. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna. You know what? That's your girl. I don't want to disrespect. I'm sorry.
Oh, Black Dragons in the chat says I've seen you drink. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think so.
So Black Dragons, let's talk about Black Dragons. He has some stick eyes for ticks. I've seen his social media. So he has a lot of cool shit going on. How do you know him?
So he promised me that I was going to go down to his facility here in Canada and check out his Black Dragons, because he's got these 2 monstrous adult Black Dragon water monitors, which are gorgeous. And I'm still waiting for him. But we met, where did we meet? I think we met at one of the shows, and he came down to Tinley. Finally, I convinced the guy to come to the last, was it Tinley or I don't remember.
Yeah, I've
been on so many trips, I don't even remember at this point. But the guy has a lot of cool stuff in terms of like those big lizards, and I just I've never been able to hold, like, I had a Nile monitor as a kid, but it was like it was a little baby. I've never held an 8-foot monstrous monitor lizard. You know what I mean?
Where's my scar? I have a scar. You can't really see it. I won't show it, but I have a scar from the fucking. I had a Nile monitor named Louis, who was about. He was about 2 feet. No, not even 2 feet. He was probably.
You see those Kings of Pains guy where they actually got bit on the arm by one?
That's dumb. It wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, it was on purpose. It was part of their show.
Stupid.
They took a full-grown Nile monitor and they put it on camera. They did a whole segment on it, Discovery Channel show, and it's like, oh, we got to see how it looks when they bite. And they put his arm there, and the thing clamped down on the guy's arm for like 12 minutes, wouldn't let go.
And then that just dropped the Nile monitor price to $20 at the shows. So way to fucking go to Discovery Channel, you fucking dicks, and fuck that channel. I don't give a fuck. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's our whole thing, is getting bit by different reptiles and animals and
dumbasses.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not get MJ worked up. Okay, so all right, bro. So we talked about what's going on this year. You're obviously well in depth in all ball pythons. Do you have any plans to dip into the boa game, or are you going to switch? Are you just content with just ball pythons? Because look, your boy JKR, motherfucker, got my dream snakes. He got 2 bowling eyes. So I mean, what do you plan on maybe?
So
or what's up?
I'm kind of in that transitional phase right now where it's like, first off, before I even consider doing anything else, I need to expand. I mean, this room in here, if you could just show the camera. So this one side of the room, I got 2 racks, and I got 2 racks on this side where my laptop is. And we're basically outgrown this. So I'm in the process right now of looking for property. I want to build like a building and get something going. And I guess the ultimate goal, the dream would be, I don't want to breed other species of animals, but I wouldn't mind having something like Justin, where he's got a separate room, which is the project room.
Yeah,
where it's just like a couple of really cool animals, because I love monitors. I'd love to get a couple of blue tree monitors. I would love to do that. I'd love to get a Bolin's pythons. I would love to get maybe a super fire. I love white snakes. Like, I love super fire boas. They're so cool.
You seen the diamond princesses? The boa.
Yeah. So I want some. I would love to have a small project room, and the project room will not be complete without 180-gallon minimum saltwater reef aquarium system.
That would be so fucking player, bro. But homie, you better have a fucking maintenance crew to take care of all those tanks. That's a lot of fucking.
Just one. Hey, I grew up with a 120-gallon cichlid tank my whole life. It was actually not that bad.
You're prepped for it. You're prepped for it.
I'm huge. I love fish. I love fish.
You know who else is fucking pretty? He's not into ball pythons, but he has a lot of sick venomous snakes. He has a lot of cool everything, but he's also into really cool fucking sea salt snake. Or my god, what am I saying?
Seahorses.
Seahorse, no.
Sea salt. Just a tank full of sea salt.
Salt water. Jesus Christ, not sea salt. I'm hungry. Salt water. So he has a really fucking like ideal, legit fucking saltwater collection. It's Tyler Nolan. You follow Tyler Nolan on YouTube?
I heard of him. I don't follow him. I watch King of DIY. Joey
wild. He's pretty wild. He does some wild shit. But he also has. I noticed he's like one of the dudes who keeps fucking really cool snakes, but then also has sick ass saltwater fucking fish, like legit, like expensive high end ones. Where it's like, holy shit. I think who else is into saltwater fishes in the hobby? I think Ian Bessel, he knows what's up with fish, but I forget there's a couple other. I don't know if anyone else knows, or if anyone else fucks with saltwater fish in the comments. Let me know what kind of fish you fuck with. But so how far are you from getting the saltwater tank that you want? Like when do you think that's gonna happen?
Well, so the reason why I don't have a fish tank right now is because I've done a lot of moving, buying and selling. Actually, the house that I owned before the one I currently live in, I only owned it for 9 months. I had no furniture in the house. My mattress was on the floor. I had no table, no carpet, no nothing.
Ooh,
because I knew when I bought it from a builder brand new, and I knew I was going to sell it within a year, just do a quick flip. I didn't want the process of having to rent trucks and all that stuff and move a bunch of furniture. So I lived in this bare bone house for 9 months, sold it, made a good profit. And I did that a few times. And it's like, you know how hard it is to move a huge, especially saltwater. You're talking about, having to cycle the tank and giving it time to establish itself. The fish are really expensive. Some of those fish can be hundreds and hundreds, thousands of dollars. It's like, what a nightmare it is. So I'm like, when I finally get a place where I'm going to be planted and I'm going to be happy and I'm going to stay at for at least 5 years, then I'll get back into it and have like a nice showpiece, maybe in the living room or something.
What's your favorite fish?
So my favorite freshwater fish are African cichlids. Primarily, I prefer the ones from Lake Malawi. However, my number one favorite cichlid is a Juliochromis mallory. You can look it up. It's a beautiful, beautiful fish.
I think a reptile forest keeps or something.
No, that's its scientific name. They don't really have like a normal name.
Yeah, but Forrest only speaks his snakes in scientific terms. So it's
does he?
Oh yeah, if you listen, he's on point, bro. It's like I hear this guy say the scientific fucking name versus the like what we call it, and it's like
so this is Juliochromis mallory. It's my favorite African cichlids. But then on the saltwater, I wouldn't say I have a favorite yet, just because I have never actually owned a full saltwater system. So I haven't gone, like I had freshwater tanks for many, many years. I've gone through, I remember I imported a black piranha from Peru. All right. So I had black.
Really, or like legit?
Legit. Like it was imported. Black piranhas are highly solitary. They cannot live with anything else. They cannot live with other piranhas. They eat whatever. You walk by the tank and they run to the tank and try to headbutt the tank because they're trying to kill you.
So you just had one.
You can just put one in a tank. That's it.
It's gonna kill whatever's in it.
You can, if you put your hand in the tank to try to clean it, you better watch out.
I want one.
They are nasty, and they start out silver, and as they get bigger to like the dinner plate size, they're the largest piranha species in the world. They're very slow growers, but an adult is jet black.
And how big do they get as adults?
Just over a foot, and they get these massive, massive teeth. No, like dinner plate size. I mean, pretty big.
Jesus Christ.
You can type it in. So I had black piranhas, I had gars, I had peacock bass. I went through the predator tanks and I got cichlids. I had community fish. I did frontosas, which is another. So I have enough experience in the freshwater world. I've been through a lot of different types of fish and ecosystems. I don't have that experience with the saltwater. So I can't really say yet I have a favorite. If you would ask me from an uneducated perspective, from never owning a saltwater tank, I would say the lionfish is probably one of the most coolest looking fish.
I like pufferfish. Pufferfish are cool too.
Yeah, so it's just another big passion of mine. I can't wait to get back into it. But I'm not talking like breeding fish, and so I'm talking like just you walk into the house, you have a big display tank separating your living room from your dining room, and it's just like there. It'll be badass.
I got to turn this stupid Bluetooth off my phone. It's connected to my goddamn computer. But all right, so let's get back into ball pythons because we're losing people here. All right, so fucking let's see. Aussie Boyds, have you picked up any snakes from Aussie or no?
I have, yes. I have 3 snakes, I believe.
And what snakes are they?
So he sold me my powerful powerhouse pied male. It's a fire orange dream yellow belly super enchy pied.
We see it?
Yeah, here, let me see if I can get him out. Give me a sec.
All right, shout out to everyone who's hanging in the comments. Ryan, Chadwick, other guys in the pad, Jordan.
So this is the one I made the video on about the emoji snake. He's got a little emoji on his body.
Yeah.
But it's this guy right here.
Holy crap. Bring a little closer if you can. Just a little closer. Yeah, there we go. Woo, that shit's fire. And
Aussie's got some crazy stuff. So this is he's about 450 grams. I really was hoping he was going to breed by now, but he's still around 450 grams. He's still young, so we are not quite there yet.
Whoa. So wait, how many grams is that one?
450 grams, roughly.
Damn. Well fucking done, Ozzy. That's a nice one. Okay, so that's the male. So you could go ahead and put him back. That fool's fire.
Yeah, that's the male. And I picked up a female ODYB Enchi girl. Give me a sec. I got to take these headphones off every time.
Go get her. Go get her. I want to see her.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Ozzy's work. You know, I mean, I know everything he has is fucking legit, but Ozzy Boyd's has some legit ass fucking quality production.
So this is the ODYB Enchi Pied, all balled up. She's a little shy.
I like that black. You could tell that black is more. It's more of a contrast color in the front. That shit looks sick.
Yeah. So I mean, she's got a ton of pattern. This is a female.
Bring a little closer if you can. I'm trying to get a look at that head right there.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, look at that head. That head is so clean. Damn.
So that's another one. And
what's
my most friendly snake that I have in the collection, which happens to be, that was a joke, by the way, that's sarcasm. It's my meanest snake I got from him.
Let's see it. JP's
I get bit every single time.
Here we go. JP's about to get bit. Watch the viewers just go up. Thanks, babe. Love you. My wife, she's so good. She brought me another beer. I got that move from Adam. Heather brought Adam another drink when we had her.
This snake is really impressive. It looks like she's going into shed. Yeah, she's going into shed, but she's still really, really pretty.
Damn.
One of my favorites.
And she's growing up too, obviously, right?
Yeah, so this is I always get this wrong too. Super Orange Dream, and she Fire or Vanilla Leopard.
Damn, that thing's sick, bro.
And this just comes back to, so, a lot of my projects are recessive based, but when new genes come out, I wanted to get a couple of codoms that are, powerhouse codoms. So that way, you breed a recessive male to her. All of a sudden you're working on that train of getting a bunch of genes into the heads.
Can you bring it closer? Because I really can't see it. That thing's sick.
Yeah, this thing is just awesome.
That shit reminds me of a fucking ice cream. I don't know why.
Ozzy's got the codom game down pat. Like, that guy makes some ridiculously cool codoms.
That fool's chilling in Brussels right now. This fool's traveling. Talk about motherfuckers who travel. Ozzy hits fucking Europe like it's nothing.
That guy's always traveling.
So sick. So guess what? Ozzy's gonna be coming on the show. I was gonna teaser it, but fuck it. He's gonna be coming on the show in the next couple weeks or so after we get back from Europe. So be ready for that one. That's gonna be sick.
But Ozzy sold me those 3 snakes. Good stuff. I don't think I have anything else from him. Not currently, anyways.
You will. I'm sure at some point you will.
Yeah, I've definitely slowed down a lot on the whole buying. Like, I'm pretty happy with where I am right now.
That's smart. That's smart that you're like that, because you're like, look, I got my arsenal. I know what I want to do with it. Yeah,
I have to be a lot more selective now with, right now I'm in that stage where I'm trying to figure out a direction in life in terms of, okay, yeah, I bought a whole bunch of animals, other people's projects, all that stuff, but I'm trying to figure out where I can go, what can I do with my own spin on things. And it's a learning process. People always like, stop. You got to follow your own road. You got to do this. Well, you have to get on a road before you can, branch off and figure out your own road.
100%. Good.
So that's where I am right now. I'm just trying to figure things out.
JP spitting facts.
But I'm surprised you haven't asked me any questions about the whole social media game.
We kind of talked about like how it got established and why you got where you're at because of the connections you were making, the networking. But okay,
but like I said, it's a small portion. You could have the connections, you could have the animals.
Let's talk about the other piece. Move forward. Let's talk. Okay, so connections, one thing. What's the next piece?
Social media is a game. Okay, you have to treat social media.
JP, I'm going to put this on the screen. Where don't worry, you're talking, but it's just going to be you. So go ahead. You got the floor.
No. That's weird. But yeah, basically, social media it's really just a game. I need you back, dude. I got to see your eyes.
I'm here. I was trying to take a piss, but go ahead.
But yeah, so Instagram is a formula. Okay, it's you could have the world's best collection, you could have amazing animals, you could have amazing connections, but if you're not playing the Instagram game properly, you're not going to grow. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's really a piece that I focused on learning early on because I wanted to be able to grow and I wanted to be able to create content and have that, that whole process. So
right.
Honestly, it's such a long conversation. It would take literally an hour just to talk about.
Give us the clip notes. Just kind of brush through it, but give us like the important key points. Like give us the key points.
So my advice to everybody when it comes to Instagram is number one, you got to understand how to post, when to post, what hashtags to use, how to use your hashtags, how to make them different. You also got to write captions that generate responses that people want to respond to. You have to, it's the whole package. And you also have to watch your analytics. It's so important because everybody's accounts will perform differently. Every once in a while, you'll have a post that goes viral. Let's just say you have 500 followers and one of your posts, you got 10,000 views on it. Well, relative to the amount of followers you have, that's being viral. Okay. So then you got to ask yourself, well, what did I do differently? What happened on that post? Was it the snake's head? Was it the body? Was it how it moved? Was it the colors? Was it the hashtags I used? You got to figure out what caused that and try to replicate that success. And that's all I've done with the whole IG game. What are you doing?
I'm laughing my ass off right now because that's all. Okay. Because everything you're saying is 100% facts. You nailed it on the fucking dot. But how many people out there are like, this motherfucker's telling people how to fucking do their life again? I'm just referring. I'm referring to the fucking How to Breed Ball Pythons episode. I'm sorry, I had to. But listen, JP has the following. JP's put in the work. This isn't like that. I'm sorry. I had a moment of that. I started fucking busting up. But that's honestly 100% facts. Everything you said is facts.
It's the same. It's the same thing with YouTube. You look at a guy like Brian Barczyk who gets a lot of flack for his sensational thumbnails. But what the reality is that's what YouTube promotes. If you want to get the views and the traction and you want to get that branding out there, unfortunately, the way YouTube is designed, you have to create these controversial, eye-catching thumbnails to get that click, that view, and that's what they promote. So
it's not even controversial. It's being corny as shit. And that's
corny. Yeah, I know it's
corny. It's fucking. It's like, I'm not gonna hate on nobody, but come on, bro. You're not dying. Okay, your friend at your buddy at the snake show is not getting choked by your tick, and it's just like, dude, stop. Like, but
if you want that growth, you have to do it.
On my bad. I guess do your thing. I won't fucking look at your thumbnails.
That's all I'm trying to say is
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you want to do it. It's just that's what they promote.
It's a part of the game. It's
exactly.
How you want to play it. You got to play it that way.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's 100% fact. So where do you want to go with this social media shit? What's your goal with this stuff?
So my goal with social media was very clear from the start. The way I looked at things was I sat down on a chair and I basically asked myself, for example, I'll give you an example. You got two breeders, okay? You have Justin Kibilka and you have whatever, Joe Smith. Both are selling the same animal. Both animals are $10,000, okay?
Yeah.
You don't know who Joe Smith is. He has no social media presence, no videos, no Instagram, no following. He's asking you to wire him $10,000 internationally for an animal.
Okay.
You've got Justin Kibilka on the other hand, all kinds of videos. You can kind of learn his personality, great following, all this stuff. Logically speaking, anybody could logically say, well, the guy with that huge a following with big business brand is highly unlikely to screw you over.
Right.
Because why would anybody want to screw over their name or put themselves in a trivial position like that? So my goal with social media, it wasn't about the following. It wasn't about all this other nonsense. It was simply to validate to a potential client that I'm a trustworthy person and they could send me the money and for sure know that they were going to get the product. That's all it was about.
Huh. Factual. Well, what do you want to talk about as far as key points for people who want to come into the game as far as breeding snakes? Okay, because a lot of people question, is this a good time to come into the game or is it not?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Embrace on that. Like, tell us how, like, tell us what, like, okay, like, let's say I don't have a lot of money. Okay. Let's say I love snakes. I don't have a lot of money. I can't invest in fucking sunset clowns and fucking Jesus Christ, whatever else is out there. But I love ball pythons and I do eventually want to get there someday. Where do you suggest people start? Like, people in that position, where do you start? They go.
That's a really tough question because to the first question you asked, Yes, absolutely. There is definitely a business. There's definitely success to be had by so many people. You know, you look at Tinley. You haven't gone to the last couple of Tinley shows, but traditionally at Tinley in the spring, they don't open up the one wall because it's a smaller show. And they do that for the fall. Well, the last fall or last spring Tinley show, they had to blow out the wall.
Damn.
Because just in the 1 year that I was there, the show doubled in size. And it was already massive. Right. So you think about the amount of people that are coming in. There is not enough supply for the demand. And that was one of my biggest fears coming in was I was really scared. You can message Billy right now on his phone and say, how many times did I go up to him in his facility and say, dude, I don't know who's going to want to buy a snake from me. You know what I mean?
I don't think I need it. Well, hold on. I could ask him. So hold on. How many times did JP go to you? I'm just kidding. I don't need to do that. But
my point is it's a scary concept, right? But from just going to the shows, like last year, I went to 8 shows in the US, right? It's huge. This industry is huge. And I would say to anybody out there that's afraid to jump in and invest, like, don't be afraid. Go for it.
And don't be afraid to reach out and talk to people. Don't be awkward. I mean, it's okay. Here we go. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay to be awkward. Being awkward is totally fucking fine. I met a lot of cool people who are awkward people, and they're actually cool people. So it could go both ways. Listen to the awkward people. Try to take that extra step. Come to people and speak up. You know, say hi. If you see somebody at a show, say what up to them. Say, hey, I fucking follow you. And I'll tell you what, a lot of these people nowadays, especially me, if you say you fucking follow me, I'm fucking with you, man. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to give you the time of day. I'm going to say, what's up, man? How, you know, we're going to be real with each other. And to the other people, right? The other people who fucking have, you know, people coming up to them, talking to them, you know, put yourself out there more to the awkward people, you know, go say what up to them and shit. Give them the time of day. You know, it goes both ways. It definitely goes both ways. But the best thing you can do, and everyone will fucking vouch me on this who go to shows, if you want to go anywhere in this hobby, you got to attend shows. That's where you put
the shows are important.
That's where you put all the counts to a face. You know what I mean? People you've been fucking liking, people you've been following, you just get to see their face. You can get to see the fucking, the person behind the mask. You know what I mean? And, that's why, man, fuck. I'm going to go to more shows this year. I'm not just doing Cali. I could tell you, I'm not just doing Pomona.
You guys have an insane show out there. Like, that show is massive.
It's a vibe. You know, it's a West Coast vibe. I'm trying to see what the fuck those damn Daytona shows are about. I want to see what the fuck those, those Texas shows are about. You know, I heard Will Murrows was saying Arlington's a new Tinley. He said that. I heard
it was very surprising because I went to the Arlington show last fall and it was very small. I was kind of disappointed, to be honest. And then this one was just insane. It was huge. Absolutely huge.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to JH Python. So, you know, my homie JH, he rolled up to the Arlington for the first time with his wife. He fucking killed it with Miguel. And I think he rode a bull too. I'm pretty sure he rolled a bull. So, dude, I would have just loved, like I'm saying, Arlington is a place that you want to go attend because you're going to see all the homies. You know what I mean? You get to kick it with everybody. And that's how like new chapters begin. Because think about it, Tinley, these shows been going for years. You know, these have been fucking iconic shows for years. And all you hear Forrest talk about are stories from back in the day in the early 2000s. But here we are creating our own legacy. We're creating our own fucking legacy. It's 2020, man. And hopefully no fucking global warming is going to destroy what we're doing. And we could get to fucking 2040 and be like, yo, we could be the fucking Pete Calls. We could be the fucking OGs. We could be, you know what I mean? The Aussie, Aussie's going to be with us at that point. He ain't that old. Shit, my bad, Aussie. But, yeah, man, so this is an iconic moment for us, man. This is definitely a good time to fucking be in this game. It's a good time to meet people because I'm telling you, the further it goes, it's going to get bigger and bigger. I always talk about fucking Miguel's collabs. This motherfucker just sold a snake to Aussie fucking boy's granddaughter. And hello, this is going to bring more attention. This is going to bring a shit ton of people to this hobby. And it ain't over, dude. So, JP, you're off to a good start. Hell of a good start. And your second season's looking pretty choice, as we were talking about before. You've mentioned to me that you want to fucking get the fuck out of Canada. Is that right?
I would love to. Absolutely.
How hard is that?
You know what? Canadians are viewed just like every other, demographic when going to the States. But when you look at property values, for example, the boonies out here in Ontario are $1 million houses. I'll give you an idea. My townhouse is 1,600 square feet. It's attached on both sides, and it's $850,000 in Toronto. That's ridiculous. I asked Justin when I was in Georgia, what could I buy for that kind of money there? And he said a mansion with 3-car garage.
Damn.
Right. So we're dealing with sky high property values. We don't have the same distribution channels. It's much more difficult. I would say, how many did I sell? No, I'll tell you exactly. I sold 20 snakes. Only 2 of them were Canadian customers last year. Everything else was American. So there's so many more customers. It's just to blow up and create a household brand and to become a major empire. It's just so much easier to do in the States than it is up here.
All right, I'm getting roasted for saying, I guess I said Ozzy Boyd's granddaughter. Shut the hell up. You guys, I'm taking.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne, knock it off. Everybody in this comments fucking, all you guys fucking follow Miguel and fucking jock the shit out of him, so knock it off. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I fucked up. But anyways, yeah, very good point.
I love Canada, but from a business perspective, it makes more sense in the States.
Yeah, but check it out. You're, okay, boom. We get you the girl you got to marry to get you here, right? Because that's the goal. We want to find you a girl to get married. Told me that. That was your goal. So we're gonna find you.
Honestly, if it came down to it, I don't even know if I would leave Canada. I am Canadian at heart. But
fuck yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's very true.
It's fun to talk about what ifs, but when it actually comes time to put your money where your mouth is, to just pack up and leave, it would be a pretty hard sell. I mean.
Yeah, it's really hard to leave your home, dude. Let's see.
Toronto is amazing. It's the best city in Canada, in my opinion. I love it.
I've heard nothing. Okay, so my boy Pete, fucking, I've known for a minute. He's from Toronto. Like, he was born in Toronto, and the only Canada that I ever visited was BC. So I lived in Bellingham, which is 20 minutes from fucking right there, Vancouver and fucking British Columbia and all that shit. So I experienced.
It's beautiful out there.
It's beautiful, man. The best snowboarding I've ever done. Best kind of powder I've ever fucking snowed on and shit. That shit was epic. But getting older, I heard the fucking party scene where to be is Toronto, dude. I heard Toronto
or Montreal. Montreal is pretty wild.
I heard Toronto's fucking popping too. I don't know.
Toronto, yeah. If you want to get a little more freaky and a little more weird,
well, that's what I'm talking about.
You go to Montreal.
I'm about being cordial and fucking go bowl or some shit. No, I want to go clubbing. I want to go fucking pop bottles and fucking pour champagne on my wife and fucking just, you know what I mean? Just fucking
fucking
drip. That's what I
want. What I basically refer to is the fact that the U.S. obviously you guys have 4 or 5 times the population of Canada, but the market for ball pythons is so much stronger.
Yeah.
In the States. And you guys have such a competitive advantage. It's like somebody's message you and say, hey, I saw that snake on Morph Market, I want to buy it. You can say, well, hey man, if you send me the money by 9 o'clock, I can have that snake shipped out to you at lunch. It'll arrive to you at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas somebody messages me and it's like, okay, you got to give me 3 months to apply for permits so I can get it sent down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So from a competitive standpoint, you guys have distribution, you guys have the ability to ship out. The biggest market is in the States. You guys can ship them out the next day. There's a lot of advantages that you guys have.
The market's popping in fucking the market's popping in America, man. Ball python market's popping.
It's huge. It's actually unreal.
But you got to be working with the right shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with shit that's not popping, you're just going to be a fucking wholesaler. You're going to be selling fucking 20, 30, 40. And that's not bad. That's cool. Yeah. Look, if you're breeding a living thing is awesome, period. And if that's what fucking floats your boat, you like fucking breeding supernormals like Jesse Garcia, that's totally okay. I'm okay with that. All right. But like I'm saying, when you want to fucking upscale it, the fuck.
Yeah, you just have a really good advantage. We have a lot of crazy laws to deal with too up here. I mean, I know guys like God, people have alligators and crocodiles in their basements in the States. I mean, can you imagine me doing that up here?
Yeah, that's not really cool either. That's
not cool. But I'm just saying, like we have a lot of pushback, a lot of laws, a lot of cities just don't understand things, and it's not to say you can't be done. It definitely can be done. It's just harder to do. It requires more work.
Free health insurance. How would you just stop?
It's not though. I have this conversation all the time with Justin. It's not what you guys think.
Okay.
It's not what you guys think at all. When you're sitting on a bed or you're sitting on a blanket on the floor for 3 months because there's no beds available for you to even be looked at, then you're going to be wondering how great the free healthcare is.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick Lavera in the fucking comments. Lavera Exotics. Good homie right there. Young dude in the game. He's coming up. I know that for sure. So what's your fucking, I want to ask you this. I was going to ask Dave Levine this. I didn't get a chance to, but what's your because okay, first off, Dave Levine, RL Exotics.
Yeah. That guy's legit. He's awesome.
and I didn't ask him this question because it was important, but I'm going to ask you this because I feel like you're somebody I want to ask this. But what's your insight on sunset? You feel like sunset is something worth investing? Are you fucking about sunsets, or Tell me a little bit more about that.
So I have invested in sunset. I bought a breeder female combo visual. I have another visual that's growing up, and I have 4 or 5 pos hets that are just sitting here, and I have the double visual male. So I did invest in it.
So you got some pos hets going. You got the TR5 going.
Yeah. So mm-hmm. I do love sunsets. I do think it's a good project. It's just going to need a lot of work. You know, it does brown out over time, and I think it's going to need the right genes and the right combos. I do like the Sunset Clown. Matt Byram hit those odds, which I don't know if you know his story. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Who?
Matt Byram. He hit the world's first Sunset Clown.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So
did he tell you the story of how that happened?
No, I don't think Matt likes me too much, but he actually has really, I mean, I'll tell you right now, this dude has, I feel like he's a sunset guy, bro. Like everyone's.
No, he's not. This is the funny part.
Brad Boa.
No, listen to this. Okay. The guy bought 2, I think they were what? 2 66% hets or something like that. It was something ridiculous. 1.1 or 1.2. He bred them together, and the one that produced the clutch, every egg perished except for one. So it was het to het. Every egg died except one egg.
Yeah.
That one egg that survived was the Sunset Clown.
Damn.
How ridiculous are those odds?
That's just the name of the game, though. That's how this is why motherfuckers do this shit. It's
dude,
rolling.
That is insane.
This is what, dude. Honestly, this is why. Man, if I could really explain the kind of energy I felt off my results from the clutches I got, you know, hitting the super GHIs, you know what I mean? It was just insane. I wasn't expecting it. So I'm sure, did you hit anything last year that you just did not expect to hit, and you were like, what the fuck? Like you couldn't believe it?
But think about how mind blowing that is. Het to het,
dude.
One egg survives.
That's just,
and dude, that's the visual, double visual. What are the odds to hit double het to double het a visual? What are those odds?
I'm not a numbers guy. You tell me.
1 in 16. So you have
that's probably 1 in 3rd. No, 1 in 3, isn't it?
No, it's 1 in 16 chance from a het to a het.
Doable.
Or double het to double het. So you hit, every egg dies, a 1 in 16 chance on the only egg that survived.
Yeah.
That is the most ridiculous odd story I've ever heard. And I was like, man, if that was me and that happened to me, I would be off the rails. I'd be jumping up and down the walls like, this is insane. I'd go out and buy a lottery ticket the next day.
So shout to Matt Byram for fucking hitting that damn Yahtzee. That's fucking what? That's like honestly double green type shit on roulette. So double zero. I'm trying to say fuck. There I go, fucking shit up again. But dude, honestly, that's pretty sick. And Matt Byram's also produced some fucking crazy ass scaleless fucking ball pythons. I think Miguel picked up a sick ass.
Yeah, he's got some here. I'm just doing the odds right now.
Or GHI Lesser or something like that. Scaleless, which I don't know, man. Those scaleless are just becoming something else. I mean, I think they're gonna get bigger. As long as people fucking know how to care for them.
That's the thing. I'm not a big fan of the scaleless stuff.
Tell us more. You don't like scaleless ball pythons?
I was right. 1 in 16. There you go. I was starting to doubt myself because the guy said 1 in 32, but no, it was 1 in 16.
He's all insecure about his
Yeah, I'm like, wait, we gotta edit this out. I messed up already.
I'm gonna get a calculator.
But yeah, that's crazy to me that he hit those odds. But yeah, in terms of the scaleless stuff, I don't like it. Like it's in terms of, I don't know, it's cool to look at and everything, but it's just weird. It's just, I don't know, the whole scaleless thing for me, it's not that I have a problem with other people doing it. Like I said, I don't really concern myself. I don't judge people for doing things. If you want to breed spiders, if you want to breed scaleless, if you want to do this, if you want to make hybrids, like I don't think any less of somebody for wanting to do that. It's just, it's not my love. It's not something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah. And that's, and that makes sense. I mean, why would you want to work with something you're not passionate about?
Yeah, but Sunset is cool. I do like it. I've got a group. I'm excited to get it going. I'm breeding my Sunset adult female to a Fire Orange Dream Yellow Belly Spot Nose Clown this year. So I'm hoping to hit obviously the Fire ODYB Spot Nose Double Head Sunset Clown. That would be a nice, and maybe a couple. So I'm probably going to hold back most of that clutch. I'm really excited to see if we can get some color layered onto that, get some brightness. Really excited about the monsoon stuff too. Monsoon is absolutely incredible.
You have a monsoon.
A breeder female, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you. This is my last time. Okay, we saw a little bit of Aussies. I want top 3 that you want to display of JKRs.
I'm sorry, what?
I want to see the top 3 you would like to display for the viewers right now that you got from JKR.
So I didn't get the monsoon from JKR. I got it from Dave
No,
Green.
I'm not Monsoon. I'm saying I want your pick, JP's pick that you want to show from Justin's that you have. I want to see JP's top 3 right now, if you don't mind. And I'm gonna put this on the big screen. I want to fully see the snakes and go through each one because I want to know the top 3s that you would really like to display because I know you're very fucking proud of the snakes you keep. So
I don't know if I can give you like a straight answer. I'm in love with so many of them.
Then show us some. Don't What's one right now? What's one right now you would love to display? What's one right now you'd love to display?
Well, here, let me pull her out right now.
All right, what are you gonna do the monsoon?
Yeah, man, that's an animal that I'm like probably the most packed. Oh, darn it! She went in the shed. She wasn't in the shed yesterday.
Yeah, it happens like that.
Every time you want to show an animal, they go in the shed.
It just happens. Damn, that thing's sick.
She's way prettier. Like guys, she's in deep blue right now. You can see her eyes. But this girl is off the charts. I mean, just really beautiful.
Everyone's saying Pompeii, Magma. Come on, they know you got heat, bro.
So my Pompeii is not here yet. It's arriving in April.
Okay, so it's coming April when weather's assuming, right?
You know, visually speaking, yes, like the Pompeii would be up there. But something that I'm most excited about is something like this. I mean, I love the monsoon project. I think it's really cool.
You fuck with Magma?
Yeah, so I do have a couple of red stripe combos. I got the Pompeii. I actually have a backup male. It's the Black Pastel Red Stripe Clown. If the Pompeii doesn't do anything, then he's going to be my backup. So I've got that. Let me see if I can unplug my.
When do you plan on breeding those?
When they get ready. I mean, so here, we already talked about the snake.
Yes. Okay, show us a few. I'm going to put you on the big screen so we can see it. So just display about 3 of those.
So this snake is not the most, like I said before, exciting in terms of genetics. But in terms of the visual appeal, I love black and white stuff. And the Sumapide is definitely a big favorite. And she's starting to get spotty. I'm trying to line it up on camera here. But as they get older, they develop spots. They become like Dalmatians on the pied section. So it's really cool. So the Sumapide is a big favorite of mine. This girl is always a really exciting snake to look at, the yellow belly dreamsicle. So that snake is just awesome. I really love it. Chocolate stuff I do love as well. My favorite snake that I saw at JKR's facility was the chocolate Pompeii. And luckily enough for me, next year, I'm hoping this girl decides to breed for me. This is a pastel chocolate clown.
Jesus. I'm in love with the chocolate.
Dude, everybody criticized me when I bought this animal. They're like, oh my God, you bought the one with pastel. And I said, have you seen a chocolate clown versus the pastel version? It works with pastel. It really does.
Someone, Genomic Labs said, what about the chocolate or double? So we just saw some chocolate clown stuff. What about the desert ghost stuff?
I have quite a few desert ghosts. I have a lot of hets, actually. I've got...
Any visual?
Yeah, so I got a DG clown that actually locked up last week to my Fire Orange Dream Yellow Belly Spot Nose clown.
Okay, let's check it out.
So she is down here. Now, I'm kind of hoping that she doesn't, that is not the male that fathers this clutch. I actually want the Pompeii to father this clutch. But he's not here yet, so I wanted to get her started.
Fuck, that thing is sick, bro.
Yeah, so I just put the Fire OD-YB Spot Nose Clown to it as whatever, you know, if the Pompeii doesn't get the size or if he's not ready to breed this year, at least I can still get a really good clutch. But I am going to swap him in if he starts breeding in the next 2 months, and hopefully he's the father of the clutch.
So the exact genetics on that one more time.
This is a Desert Ghost Clown.
A desert fucking glow. That's cream the crop right there, dude.
And it's in shed, just so you know.
That thing is fucking fire.
Yeah, even in shed, it's beautiful. So I have another one. I bought 2 of them. One the double visual and one a het. So this girl here is a DG het clown female, and she's going to be breeding very shortly as well. Just waiting for the right male.
Nice.
So
Right.
really cool. And I also have a pastel enhancer. The enhancer, look, okay, this snake is the most ridiculous. Look at that thing.
Check.
Like, dude. Look how clean. You know how much the snake weighs? She's about 1,800 grams.
Fuck.
No dirtiness, no nothing, like no muddiness. And this is why everybody is like, oh, you got to get rid of pastel, pastel is crap, blah blah blah. Dude, pastel and DG are like
gold.
white on rice.
Yeah, but it's more like gold because white on rice. Sometimes I want to pass on rice, but I'll never pass on gold. But yeah, I'm just saying that's fucking sick, bro.
So I will not get rid of all my pastel. And this is you probably saw this before. It's not always about buying snakes. It's also about producing your own. And honestly, when you produce your own, it's more fun. I learned that last year. So this guy, oh god darn it, he's in shed. Everybody's in shed.
It happens.
Look at this one. So she's growing nicely. You know what that is?
It's a firefly. I don't know. Go shoot me with it. I don't know.
So that's a firefly Batman.
Okay. Oh, that's what it was. I knew it was firefly. I just couldn't. I was gonna say clown.
Look at the head on her.
Gee. Okay, hold on.
So this is another example of a snake that
that's JKR's, right?
No, I produced this.
That was you last year. I forgot. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So I'm holding her back. Some people were like, "Oh, you should sell her." I'm like, because it's got pastel. I said, again, I like the pastel. When you add pastel to fire, it creates this really beautiful yellow snake. Imagine adding Desert Ghost to that.
Who knows what would happen? That would be really sick. That's the plan. So that's a female, right?
Yeah. So that's a female. I held back. I actually made 2 female Batmans last year. This is the other one. This is just a fire Batman female, so without the pastel, and it's got a ringer.
No wonder Justin's hanging out with you.
So that is, you can see the ringer right there.
I see it.
Right there.
Damn, look at that head. I'm more of a head guy, no homo, but I just like the head, bro.
I know you love head.
Shut up.
But so that was the second Batman female, and I hit a third one, which was the male, which is a fire Batman male, which I'm keeping. I'm actually going to make my Batman male available at the end of the season, my proven breeder, because he's going to be.
You said?
Was that?
It's a male.
Yeah, he's a proven breeder. He's amazing. Like, he locks every girl up in 5 minutes and locks them for 4 days. Like, he's perfect. But this guy, he's in shed, so it's not as nice. Like, he's really browned out right now. But when he's out of shed, he's super bright, and he's got little MJ on his head. I've been told it looks like Michael Jackson.
There you go, or Michael Warris.
See it?
Yeah, there you go.
So that's a fire Batman male.
I should just buy it from you then, huh?
Another really cool snake that I really like, which I haven't shown off in actually a while, simply because for some reason the cameras, they don't have a good, like, they just don't do a good job. They don't pick her up, and I don't like to show snakes unless you get a true representation, or at least similar representation of what they look like in person. But it's probably one of my top favorite clowns. Again, on camera, it doesn't do it justice.
In shed as well.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So in person, she's super bright.
Okay. Put it closer, though. Like, go put it closer to the camera. There we go. Now we could see it more. Okay. It looks ghosty from far away.
No, so this is a black pastel yellow belly spot nose clown. Damn. Banana black pastel yellow belly spot nose clown. A genetic powerhouse. So another one of my favorites. But yeah, man, that is, you know what? There's a lot of cool.
Thanks for showing that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else.
What about let's see. I'm trying to think right now because you got a lot of shit.
These two are not locking yet, which is strange. We've got this girl here. She's always a crowd favorite. So this is a pastel yellow belly Enchi pied.
That thing's sick.
Yeah, so that's a really cool.
Show us one more legit fucking snake that has pastel in it that you love. Go ahead and fucking floss for the pastel haters one more time.
Well, that snake is an example right there.
Right, very true. One more.
Wait.
Take that back. For me, okay, forget the viewers for a second. I'm just kidding. But for me, show me some. Do you have any GHI shit in your hobby or in your collection?
Only one animal right here. Well, two actually. I got this girl right here.
Well, let me see it.
She's my most picky eater. She's the
Oh.
only female in the whole collection that only eats, once every 3 months.
Oh wow!
But I didn't really buy her to breed her anyways. I bought her as like a pet. So it's a GHI Mojave Ghost.
Nice, dude. I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah! So she's just a really slow eater, huh? So what? How big is she right now?
She's the exact same weight like I bought her a year ago.
Which was
about 1,200 grams.
Yeah.
I tried breeding her. She had a couple locks. She's still not stimulated. So, like I said, I didn't really buy her initially to like, oh, I got to create some crazy projects. Like some of these animals that I bought, I just bought because I like them. They're really cool looking. That's
just a visual. You just like looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to have those animals. I mean, just to keep motivated. I come in here hours every day, cleaning and feeding and taking care of the collection. You got to have certain animals in these racks that they keep you like, wow, every time you open, it's like, man, I have that. Like that thing is cool. So you got to have some, and that's not even an expensive combo. I mean, you can find these for like $800 or less at some shows.
Females?
Yeah. I paid less than $1,000 for that.
That's pretty good.
So, she's just one of those animals. And I've got this one, who's the same snake without ghost. So GHI Mojave, and it's possible yellow belly. I'm actually starting to believe that it is yellow belly.
I could definitely see that snake has yellow belly.
Yeah, because I was told that she's a bit lighter than what you would typically find a GHI Mojave.
Yep, because I have GHI Mojaves 100%, and that snake has yellow belly in it. I'll tell you right now. It makes the sides brighter. Because I actually have I don't see, the thing is I have GHI yellow belly female, but it's not Mojave, but I could see the influence that snake has. So seriously, sick ass collection, man.
I'll show you one more. I hope you don't mind.
JP's on a roll.
Because I love this snake. This snake is crazy. Look at that thing.
Go a little closer. Closer. Yes. Oh my God, that thing is sick. Dude. Elaborate. Genetics. Go.
So this is a Orange Dream Yellow Belly Fire Leopard Spot Nose Het Clown.
I'm so fucking mad at myself for not having Orange Dream in my collection. Orange Dream is such a crucial fucking morph to be fucking with. That thing is sick, bro.
And I'm going to give you guys like a little bit of VIP. Guess what I'm going to breed to this animal? So one more time, it's a Fire OD YB Leopard Spot Nose Het Clown.
You're going to go ahead. The Firefly Clown.
No.
Which one?
DG Clown Male.
So you're going to make hets.
So I'm hoping to make a Fire OD YB Batman Het Desert Ghost.
Oh my God. So then in fucking 10 years, you're going to be legendary.
Yeah. And the boy who's going to go to this one is this little boy right here.
Imagine what the fuck that snake's going to look like.
So this DG Clown is a lot cleaner and better looking than my female.
Ooh. Damn. Go closer. Dog. Hold on. Stay right there. I want to go.
Trying to get it framed here. There you go. Look at that. So that's the male that's going to take care of that female. So the best case scenario. Could you imagine a Fire OD YB Batman DG?
No, I can't. I mean, I'm sure you can because you're fucking at that level, but not me. That's a lot. That's crazy, bro. That is very fucking player. Good job, JP. You're killing it.
I appreciate it, man. What else? You want to see anything else, or you're done?
I mean, no, I'm never done. You're fucking showing some ridiculous heat right now. I mean, okay, how many snakes do you keep at this point? Where are you at number-wise?
I have 107.
Okay, 107. You started, okay, when you first got into social media in 2018, how many did you start off with?
I had, I think 5 or 6 at that point.
Wow.
Yeah.
You grew into, so you grew from, in 2018, 2 years to 100 snakes. And we're not talking about fucking mom and pop shop snakes. We're talking about snakes that are taking this hobby to the next level. Yeah. That's nice. Okay, show us some more heat.
This is a male. He actually locked for the first time, so I'm really excited about this boy. Really pretty. A lot of people don't like banana, but you guys can sell me all your bananas because I will be glad to take all your bananas. Again, the lighting is really bad here. I'm trying to get him framed.
That's actually good right there. If you want to bring it a little bit closer, the lighting's better, right?
So this is a banana leopard hurricane. 100% het clown.
A hurricane gene, man.
Yeah, so if you see, the hurricane really brought out these intense oranges on the snake.
I know the hurricane genes. Hurricane was something where people were creating a buzz about, and then the buzz kind of died, but motherfuckers were still posting hurricane shit. That's like, whoa.
Well, that might reinvigorate hurricane in your mind.
No, I don't. I think hurricane's sick. Fucking seriously.
And of course, another shed. But
Yeah.
at least you'll get an idea, even in shed, about the pattern. Look at that thing.
What is that one again?
The spot nose hurricane. Look at the crazy pattern.
And that's not in shed. That's freshy right there.
Oh, this isn't shed.
Okay, I thought so. I can only imagine what that black looks like without fucking shed skin on it.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy stuff.
You gonna breed to that?
I don't know. I've still got at least another 18 months with that girl, so I have lots of time to think about it.
I want to know because I might want dibs on that.
And got the sunsets.
Oh, hold on. So somebody asked for some Ultramil.
So I don't have a lot of Ultramel. I have a Monarch right here.
Pope.
And another one in shed. Holy crap. Good thing I wasn't filming a video this week.
Oh, they're growing. That's a good thing for you. Let them grow.
So I don't like showing animals on our in shed, but at least you get the concept. So this is the Monarch from Tom Harbin. She's been growing like a weed. But
I don't want to hate on Monarch, but is there something that the Monarch does that I don't know? Or
well, there's so some people, there are a few whistleblowers out there that are saying that it is compatible with Ultramel, whereas Tom Harbin is saying they're not, and most people say they're not. So we'll find out in time. But I do agree that when you see comparison adult Monarchs to Ultramels, the Monarchs do seem to hold a little bit more color. But that's just what I've seen. It could be genetic variability or variances. You don't know. I'm sure we'll find all this out as time goes on. So this is one of my favorite Ultramel snakes that I've ever seen. I got this from Daniel Allison. This is actually an animal that a lot of people hated me for, because he had quite a few people walk by his desk last year at Tinley asking him for that snake, and he said, nope, not for sale. And then JP walked by, and I don't know, he agreed to let me have her.
Genetics on that.
So this is a black pastel yellow belly Ultramel, 100% het hypo.
Damn. Imagine putting a super GHI het hypo to that.
Dude, that would be badass.
And then creating the head. Oh my God, bro.
The lighting is a bit bad in here, so I'm trying to do my best, but that's why I take so long during the day doing my pictures. Just because I'm trying to get the lighting right. But yeah, that's the only visual. I have this female down here that I'm really excited to get going as well. Talking about the Ultramel. So it's not a visual Ultramel, but it's a black pastel, red stripe, yellow belly, het Ultramel, het hypo. So it'll be very interesting to see what red stripe. I don't think a lot of people are doing any red stripe stuff with the Ultramel gene. So that's the goal here. I'm not really too concerned about the hypo stuff. I don't really care about, ultra glows. I'm probably just going to dismiss that gene completely.
I like hypo.
I'd like hypo too, but I want to go I want to make a bunch of ultra clowns and ultra pies with all these different combos in them.
Oh, man.
So I'm not really going to be aiming for that initially.
I'm getting really stoky over here over your collection, J Pizzle.
I have this girl. I haven't shown her off in a long time just because she's very shy, but this one I got from JKR a year and a half ago. She's a bit on a fast right now, but she's hopefully going to come around here soon. Look at that. That thing is bright as daylight. That's a Super OD YB Pied.
That is, and that's from Justin.
Yeah. I love the Super OD stuff. I mean, I was at Mark Mandick's facility today doing some filming with him, which we're going to do a video here soon. I just got to edit the whole thing, but man, Orange Dream is like, it should really be a foundation in collections. It just, the high intensity Super OD stuff, the Super OD stuff is just absolutely incredible. This is a cool animal up here, so this is something I'm looking forward to trying out. I don't want to take her out because she is a real nasty snake, but that's a fire peach.
What's a peach? I ain't never seen a peach before.
So it's a new gene that Justin, I guess, discovered. He proved it to be genetic. It's kind of like OD, but it's not OD. It creates this really peachy tones on the side of the bellies. and it kind of enhances the color and brightens things up a little bit. So he's bred it out to a couple of things. You can definitely see like he's got a peach OD combo in his rack that looks really, really good. And it's just kind of experimental right now. We don't know, what it's going to do, how well it's going to interact, but it's just a little bit. So yeah, it's just it in a nutshell, man. Like I got to do another video like very soon on my YouTube channel with the collection update. I mean, obviously I picked up a lot of stuff.
This is called Trap Talk with the homies for a reason. That means the homies I bring on here will be on here again. So don't worry about it. We're gonna bring you back on this for sure because you got so much good shit going on, man. And it's just the beginning. That's the cool thing. That's the whole fucking exciting part of what's going on in JP's journey is it's just starting. Like this is just the beginning for J Pizzle. And it's fucking pretty awesome. So look, we're 2 hours deep. We're about to be 2 hours deep. How do you feel right now? What's going on in your mind? Do you want to say anything to your fucking followers out there? You got a lot of supporters, man. A lot of people fuck with you. You got haters, but so do I. So what do you want to say?
I don't even feel like I have that many haters anymore. I mean, and that's one of the reasons why I spent so much time going to shows last year is because, I realized that no matter anytime you put yourself out there when it comes to social media, people are always going to, spin things or make judgments or all that stuff. It's just part of the game. It's part of social media. Social media is the toilet of the internet, in all honesty. It gives everybody a voice. It lets everybody talk about things. A lot of times, a lot of people don't even know what they're talking about, including myself. But the shows are really important because it gave me an opportunity to kind of meet people directly, and people really started to learn like how, I just want to have fun. I want to be a part of the community. I want to have fun. I want to breed some animals, just do my thing, and people started appreciating. So I feel like my haters, I don't really have a lot of haters anymore. I'm really thankful for it. I'm really blessed in that sense,
Well, I mean, the only thing about haters, the only reason why a lot of people hate is because they fear that they're not going to accomplish what it is that they're hating on. So hating is not really a bad thing. I mean, dude, we all have that little hater in deep inside of us where we're not even when we fucking show it. It's just, it's just we want better for ourselves. You know what I mean? But then there's some people that don't know how to do with that. So I really look at not really hate, but things I really want in life. And this goes to why I love Miguel so much, because Miguel took me in fucking as a homie well before he blew up. But I knew this guy was different than a lot of other breeders that were in the game. But he was my homie and he took care of me. So,
and you want to talk about somebody that dealt with hate? Like he was definitely, he dealt with a lot of things.
Okay, so good point that you brought that up, because in the beginning of all that, Miguel was getting so much fucking hate because he was new and started getting a role going on fucking YouTube. And then as soon as he started posting pictures of his fucking cars. Once he put his fucking Lambo out there, his fucking classic fucking Chevrolet Impala, dude, he started getting so much hate, bro. People started hating on so much. Oh, this fucker, he just coming in with money, blah blah blah. They kept saying he's not gonna last, and you know who you motherfuckers are out there. A lot of you kept saying Miguel was not gonna last, dude. And I fucking bought in Miguel from the beginning, and I was like, dude, you are just something else. And when you meet Miguel, you know what I'm talking about. This guy is not your regular dude. He's fucking awesome. He brings the type of energy that just makes you feel good about yourself. You just want to be around him. He's a very fucking likable dude and makes you want to be around him, period. So all I'm trying to say is fucking, dude.
It's a good point you bring that up, because it's, there's a lot of people out there that have approached me and said, hey man, like I want to come into this, but what do I do? How do I deal with these situations? And I just feel like it's so important just to tell everybody,
yeah,
no matter what you do in life, there's always going to be haters.
Yeah.
And you can't focus on that. The haters in the ball python industry are the minority, not the majority. Focus on the majority. Majority of the people are great people. They're fun. They're positive people. They'll help you out. They got your back. That's the majority of the people. Focus on those people. Don't waste your time on haters. And that's just my mentality now.
And I want to give a shout out to my pops. Okay, my pops is the first fucking individual out there who put that mentality in my mind. Don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Who gives a fuck what the haters think? I mean, my dad's the kind of guy where haters make him famous. He gets all stoked about it. He's, I don't know if you know about football, JP, but my dad's a Raider fan in a San Diego City, where that's a rival of the Raiders, right? And I'm talking about really fucking rival type shit where, oh, you're a Raider fan type. If your friend's a Raider fan, they'll beat you up. Like, it's really fucking stupid, right? But my dad did not give a fuck, bro. Like he fucking fought against all that shit, and that's why I rode with that. Like, you know, yeah, when people knew that I was a Raider fan, they would talk shit to me too. Oh, you're a Raider fan from San Diego, and I just acted the way my dad acted, and not giving a fuck is the way to go. Don't give a shit what the fuck people are thinking about you.
Just be you and do you.
You, man, because guess
That's
what?
It.
Those motherfuckers aren't paying your bills. They ain't doing shit. They're not cleaning your snake shit. They're not fucking keeping your fucking snake thriving. Fuck them, man. But listen, haters will fucking keep you going. Haters will keep you fucking going, man. Because if people are hating on you, you're doing something right. Period.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's
I have a mic. I don't want to drop it because my girl bought it for me and it's expensive. But I'm gonna drop it.
And you know, when you talk about that point, it's like I remember that time when Miguel posted his Lambo and he got a lot of hate, and it just drives me nuts because you know what's funny, MJ? Like, can I just be honest with you? I had this conversation with Mark today, Mark Mandick at his facility, and I said, I want the guy who's better than me to flash his bank accounts to me. I want him to show me money. I want him to show me his fancy car. I want to see his fancy house. I want to see the life that he has that I don't. Why? Because that's the only way that I'm going to light a fire under my own ass to try to get there. It doesn't matter whether I get there or not. I'm still going to try. If you know who Grant Cardone is?
Yes, of course I know Grant Cardone. Dude, that guy is like, he's fucking, dude, he was a piece
I
of
watch
shit.
all of his podcasts. You know one thing he says?
He has like, he reminds me of so much of myself. He was a fucking like, dude, this guy was a piece of shit until his like late 30s, bro. And then he just became the fucking biggest inspiration for so many people.
Yeah.
He just made it seem like, dude, anything is possible if you put your fucking mind to it.
You know, one thing he always says is if you are the best in your environment, for example, let's use mine in car sales. If I'm the best sales guy at my dealership, am I going to get better? No, because I'm the best. I view myself as the best. Everybody else is below me. But if you surround yourself with people all the time that are always better than you, then it pushes you to continually try to better yourself. So that's why it's like people, when he started flashing his cars and stuff and people would start hating on him for it, I think differently, man. I think about how, like, man, if that guy has that, I can do it too. I may not reach that level one day, but at least I'm going to try because that tells me that it's possible.
Yeah.
So it's just different mindsets that I have.
Different mindsets, but at the end of the day, your mindset needs to be in motion. Your mindset needs to be.
I'm not a jealous person, like at all.
No, I mean, but honestly, you know, some people are, but then jealousy turns. Jealousy is a part of an immaturity. You know, jealousy is just something where a lot of people, it's hard for them to grow out of, and I'm one of them. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about from a previous stage. But like I said, I'll always go back to how this fucking snake game made me mature. I'm not anything that I've come across in this snake game has only motivated me, man. I have not been jealous because it's been good to me, bro. Like, it's been good to me. Like, everything. Okay, I'm gonna stop fucking jockeying Miguel. I know I've been kept talking about all this whole time, but dude, this fucker told me to come hang out with him in LA, and he took good care of me, and that fucking did something for me. I'm like, yo, I have right people around me right now. All I know is I have right people around me. You are who you hang around with, okay? If you want to see who you're gonna be in the next 5 years, look at the people you associate with, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Look at your ride or dies, okay? And you're gonna be just like your ride or dies, and that's just how it works, plain and simple. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I've always fucked with Miguel. I've always stuck with Miguel. Miguel's somebody who influences me to want to get to that next step. You know what I mean?
You know, he I don't know if he knows this, but he was the main reason I went bananas on acquiring animals, because I was like, man, this guy's doing it. Then, you know, what does people do? People follow smart money, right? Well, if somebody is buying, if Warren Buffett is buying this stock, then it must be a good buy. Let me buy some. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same thing. So he inspired me to really do what I did, and I never hated on the guy ever. I never looked at his collection or his cars or anything like, oh my god, this, that. Like, I never even thought that way. That's not how I compute things in my mind. So it's interesting you bring that up, and it's so true.
Yeah, I don't hate a lot of things, but I do hate the fucking Patriots. And
Patriots are the team.
You're gonna say you live in California and you fucking are a Patriots fan. Don't let me cross you, because fuck the Patriots. It's Raiders all goddamn day. It was a fumble. It was not it was a fumble. So yeah, don't go me there. I know, but Morph Mixology, you got some cool shit going on, but don't be fucking doing that Patriot talk in my comments. Raiders all day, baby.
I don't like football. I'm a basketball guy.
The nation. I can't wait to get Ozzy on here, because Ozzy's a fucking Raider, bro. And Ozzy's already agreed. I talked to people. Ozzy's agreed to come on this show. I think he's following your episode. So this is going to be fucking choice, man. We have JP on here, and then we're going to do Ozzy right after J Pizzle. Woo! We got some good shit, man. And honestly, you made this episode really, really awesome, JP, displaying your animals.
I hope so. I was a little nervous. You know, it's my first live. You know, when you're filming a video, you can edit out your crappy moments, but when you're live, you know, there is no editing, there's no fixing. So it was a little nerve-wracking, but you definitely made it pretty chill. Hopefully the next time I come on, I'll be a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more free-flowing and better able to communicate. You know, I did my best, but I just being me, man, just having fun, breeding some snakes. I'm going to hopefully have a good year this year.
Yeah, you are, bro, because either way, if it's not this year, it's next year or the year after, but
I got all the time in the world. And
all the time in the world, bro.
I can honestly tell you at this point, at this stage of my life, I don't see myself going back to my old life. I don't see myself ever giving up my animals, you know, moving, you know, I just can't. I'm not just financially, but I'm too invested in this emotionally as well.
It's and honestly, bro, let me tell you what, as soon as you step out of breeding ball pythons, that's when you have to kill the emotion, because you're fucking like, let's just say you start getting into green tree pythons, right? They're gonna fucking destroy your heart. You're gonna
Why?
What do you mean? Because they're so fragile when it comes to breeding. Their eggs don't last. I went 1 for 14 last year. The year before that, I went 0 for 23. Imagine if ball pythons gave you that much of a ratio of a hatch rate. Okay, imagine, dude. Would you really stick around for this?
I guess, man. Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell.
That's passion, and that's why I love Forrest so much. Forrest has a fucking collection where he just talked about a fucking $11,000 loss last week. He had $11,000 worth of animals die on him.
Wow.
How do you stomach that and keep moving? And that's just the norm from him. That's normal for Forrest. I mean, not that losing $11,000 worth. I'm just saying, when he gets a hit like that, it's like he fucking brushes it off and he keeps moving. I hope to God I get to that point someday. Not that I'm losing fucking that much money worth of animals, but if I do lose animals like that, it's part of the fucking game. I already admitted on my last, or not admitted, but I mean, I fucking openly said that I had to put down another emerald last week, and it fucking sucked. But it, you know, I keep emeralds. It's if an import and stuff like that, you overfeed it, you're more likely it's dead. So do you understand that emerald tree pythons, JP, if you overfeed an imported emerald tree python and it regurgitates, it can't recover off that regurgitation. I mean,
I did not know that. Wow.
Oh, there's chances. Listen, you could get it cured, right? But the Forrest thinks that fucking slim chance is a waste. And not only that, because as soon as it gets that regurgitation disease, you have any emeralds in the room, any chondros or boreals, even ball pythons could get that fucking regurgitation. But they might not show it. They won't show that they have it, but they have that shit. It's like airborne. So how the fuck would you feel if that shit happened with ball pythons?
Well, I'm not there yet. I mean, I have been warned by a lot of people saying that, you know, there is going to come a time where your eggs will slug out, where your females won't, you know, you'll have an idea in your mind, I'm going to make 100 clutches one year, but only 50 of them went. Like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong, obviously. And I haven't experienced that side of it, but it's not going to stop me. It's not going to make me lose my passion. It's not going to be like, oh, I didn't breed a single snake this year, I'm going to sell my whole collection. Like, that'll never happen. I love my animals. I love what I do. I don't. I always think about, like, you know, what else would I do? Should I go back to the car life? You know, I'm not working right now. Most people don't know that. I actually quit my car life job.
I was going to ask you, because I was like, bro, you're in car sales? Because, like, how do you have all that time? When you're in car sales, that's your whole life. You don't have a life.
So I actually left my job last November. I've been off work since. And just because, you know, I wanted to go into 2020 and really focus on trying to blow up my YouTube channel. And I wanted to give, you know, when you get a lot of animals, it starts to get more and more work. You know, and last year, those 4 clutches that I had, I missed every single one of them in terms of being able to film the whole process, because I would get home late, I'd do my clutches, go to bed, like I wasn't able to do any videos. So I really wanted to give myself time this year to put all my energy and effort into this, because that's how much I believe in it. That's how much I'm passionate about it. And, you know, I gave myself some time, and we'll see, maybe another 12 months, 18 months, if I'm not able to transform it into something, you know, where it can sustain a living, then maybe I will go back to work. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But the point is, I'd rather try and be unsuccessful than being unsuccessful and not even try.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, dude, you can't be successful without trying anything. It's like
exactly.
It's like going up to the plate and not swinging the fucking bat. You know what I mean? You're going to sit there like like a scared little child and not swing the bat, then don't expect to get on base or even get to home. You know what I mean? You have to take chances, man.
You got to get Justin Kabilka on one of these. And the reason why I tell you that is because
please, can you delegate that maybe?
I will, because we had a nice long chat when I was down at his facility a week and a half ago about the struggles that him and his family went through in the beginning stages. You know, he quit his job.
Love to hear about this.
He quit it. I'll give you a quick synopsis. He's got to tell you the whole story, but basically the guy quit his job. He was 6 months away from his first child.
Yeah.
You know, his wife wasn't working. They had no income. They had a 10-year-old Honda Civic that was standard with super high mileage they were using to ferry rats and cocoa blocks and stuff. And, you know, it was a real struggle. And but he believed in it so much that he was willing to sacrifice. You know what I mean? No more fancy dinners, no more going to movies, no more this, changing up your lifestyle to really just be as conservative as possible so you could put all your energy into it. And that story is so inspiring because it just shows you that sometimes if you want something bad enough in life, you just got to go for it.
You have to sacrifice, JP.
Exactly.
If you want something that bad in life, like, bro, listen, you know what I sacrificed, even though it was a good thing in my life? I got rid of all my friends I used to party with, bro. I fucking said, you know what? Who the fuck? What are they doing for me? Not only that, well, look at myself. So when I finally fucking said, fuck, I'm not going out no more, I fucking broke up with the bitch I was dating with. Sorry, I don't mean to call girls bitches. I apologize. But yeah, I broke up with the bitch I was dating with. I fucking ended up finding the girl my dreams and married her because I stepped away from the negativity and the snakes, everything else. Just, I was doing something I love on a right basis to where it turned into something bigger than that, bro. Like I have my life kind of planned out at this point because of the snakes. Like I could tell you what, my wife ain't going nowhere. My snakes ain't going nowhere. That's
big congrats on your wedding, by the way. Like honestly, dude.
Shout out. Yeah. Shout out to my wife.
She's awesome.
She is awesome. And you know what? Listen, I'm gonna dump. I worked a 60-hour week. I busted out 2 podcasts over 6 hours, and she's not even on this door fucking knocking, telling me to come out. That's what I'm talking about. That's what kind of girl you fucking need, is a girl to let you do your fucking thing because you know you're doing it in the right way. It's fucking motivating people. So yes, find a fucking, you know, I hope your girl kind of lets you do your little podcasting or your YouTube thing at least, because that's what's making you somebody, JP. I'll tell you right now. To a whole nother level. So yeah, shout out to significant others out there. If you're letting your man do your thing and he's fucking happy, he's not cheating on you, he's not fucking being a piece of shit and fucking going out partying and shit, you know, let him fucking be, man. Let him be. And you know, babe, I'm gonna be
and Jason brings up a good point. Like he says that it's not in his plan, and that's the thing. Like the good thing about that is he's recognized that that's not the plan for him, you know. But if somebody really wants to make a career out of anything, whether it's snakes or opening up a dealership or starting a company, whatever, you really got to put yourself in a position where failure is just not an option.
But failure is going to happen. Like you got to understand, like quitting is not an option. Am I right? Giving up.
Yes. Never give up. Never quit.
But how many times have you failed? Let's be honest. How many times have you? I don't know if you've killed anything, but how many times have you done something where you're like, fuck, like have you ever almost wanted to quit, JP? Has that come across you yet?
On the snakes, definitely not. No, it's never even crossed my mind.
You haven't pushed. So honestly, you need to push yourself a little bit more.
I just love it, man. I love it. Like, you know, people, you know how many videos I see on YouTube of people saying, oh my God, like the thumbnail is worst part about breeding ball pythons. And it's underneath the thumbnail, it says cleaning the snakes. And the whole video is trashing the cleaning process, for example. That blows my mind. Like, you look at behind me, all these tubs. When is the only time you get to actually see the animals? When you open them.
Yeah, very true.
When you clean them. I enjoy that process. I come in my snake room every day. I turn on my laptop. I put on TV. I've got the cable that comes up on my TV. I watch a basketball game, and I'm in here just chilling for 3 hours cleaning snakes. That to me, it takes my stressful day down to, like, you know, makes me relax. I just chill. It's just something that I enjoy. And I just don't think that there's anything that could push me to ever want to sell everything. Honestly, I don't think so. Yep. Even if I breed 20 clutches and they all perish, I'm still not going to quit.
And this is what makes me go back to the point to where I fantasize the day if I ever just had ball pythons, because I probably wouldn't second guess what I'm doing. I probably would.
It's different for you because you're doing obviously a lot of like really complex stuff.
You have fucking bites from or ticks, nerve damages in your pinky where you can't feel shit because fucking you have snakes that just want to eat your face off, but yet you want to keep them because you love them. That's the kind of push. that makes you fucking know that you're doing the things that you really fucking love. Okay. My pops in the comments took 17 stitches from a fucking retic. He didn't even fucking blame the snake. Normally my dad blames everything on anybody else, but he fucking said, you know what? That's not my fault. That's not the snake's fault. That was my fault. I fucked up. Protocol he didn't do. These are animals that you're working with. So it's not the animal's fault. It's the keepers fucking putting them too much on their plate. And I've been in a position to where I'm pretty manageable now, knock on wood, but bro, I've put so much on my plate at once to where I've definitely wanted to just say fuck this shit and just quit and dip the fuck out. But I wake up the next day and I want to see my animals, bro. It's kind of like being mad at your dog because it fucking chewed something up very valuable, which that's happened to me as well. So,
well, luckily I haven't reached that stage yet. I'm not even close. So let's talk again in a couple of years.
No, I mean, I don't know. Look, tragedy comes no matter what. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's gonna happen, but it's just very limited. And the type of tragedy, like, the type of tragedy you get breeding emeralds or even keeping emeralds or chondros or all that shit that Forrest, all the designer shit that he keeps. It's like
I got to go down and visit his setup because he's got a lot of really crazy exotic stuff.
Hey, dude, you should definitely hit him up, see if he's down to let you roll. I'm sure
he did. The last time I talked to him, he said he would love to have me. I think maybe when I go to Tinley at the end of the year, I'll ask him if I can stop by his place on the way back.
Link up with them, and I can't. I'm 100% confirmed in October going to be out there with him at his barbecue. I can't wait, man. But shout out to everyone who's going out there in March, man. Tinley's going to be sick. So, I can't wait to see everyone's stories out there. JP, I hope you're more on of a pleasure trip more than a business trip this time. That way we see some of your stories.
I cannot. I'm not a partier. I'm not into that stuff. I'm going to the show. No way, dude. I'm going to the show. I'm going to be there with my camera open to close. Just checking out booths, snakes, all that stuff, and just being there with people. And I enjoy that. I'm a people person. I love being in crowds. I love being around other people. And I love talking snakes. That's all I do right now is talk snakes 24/7. Drives everybody around me nuts.
Remember, you're all concerned about like going too long and Bob, look at us. We're fucking 2 hours and 15 minutes deep. We're not even stressing. You're having a good time.
I'm having a good time, man. It's like I said, it's just fun.
People are enjoying this, man, and I can tell you right now what you got going on is very inspiring, JP. So what do you got to okay, before I have a couple hot seat questions. I hope you're ready for that. Okay.
Do
you want to go to the hot seat questions now, or would you like to say something to your fans and followers out there, the people who I know those are motivation for you too, JP. Let's be honest about that, right?
Yeah, definitely. I was going to make a video about it. I wanted to thank all of my first customers who really helped me get off the ground last year. I mean, I posted every snake for sale and everything sold within the first 60 days. It was absolutely phenomenal. Big shout out to a couple of good friends of mine who wish not to be named for obvious reasons that helped me with distribution in the States. So I had great customers and man, just cool guys. A lot of these guys were so chill, so relaxed, and they were like telling me like, don't worry, man, like if the snake takes extra few days to get here or a week, not a big deal. Like, so like my first customers, my first clients were really awesome, and they made the whole process really fun.
Right.
And they just, without those people, like I would have gone into this year feeling a little like, on the rocks, but I got such a jolt of energy when I realized how well it went last year. So, and I couldn't have done it without any of those people. So big shout out to everybody who purchased a snake from me last year. There was one guy in particular, I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he wants to be named or not, but he actually bought an animal because he just wanted to support me. He didn't even need it.
That's what's up.
I think he resold it, to be honest. He just wanted to help me get off the ground.
He fucking flipped your ass.
Dude, no, I don't think so. Because I didn't charge him a cheap price. He paid a premium. No,
you don't even want to shout him out. Don't shout out a flipper. No, I'm just kidding. That's
no, but the guy literally reached out to me and said, hey, I don't really need this animal, but I just want to help you get off the ground. Let me buy that animal from you. And he knows who he is. And honestly, I just really appreciate all the support from all those people. I appreciate everybody who followed me on Instagram and YouTube. I appreciate everybody who also stuck by me when all the massive hate I got last year. I had a lot of people that would call me every day, talk to me and keep me going. So I just, when the community comes together, it really is the best community. Like you saw what happened with Chase. I mean, look at the amount of money those guys raised.
I still see those shirts fucking at every show.
There's Batman shirts everywhere.
Every show you see that shit, Chasing the Cure. And that's what I'm talking about, man.
This community is such an amazing community. You just got to get through the weeds. And when you get through the weeds, it's nothing but clear skies on the other side. And it's awesome.
Anything about that, and I'm sorry if I say something happens to me, God forbid, and nobody makes a shirt, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. I'm gonna fucking like none of you that's fucking wrong. I'm just kidding. No, that shirt honestly was iconic, and
not that it really matters, probably to a lot of people, but I kind of want to give back. So I have one animal left that I'm going to donate to the US Ark auction at Tinley.
Right.
Good, even though I'm Canadian, but I really appreciate what those guys are doing. I wish we had an agency like that up here in Canada that fought for our rights. We don't have one, but I really appreciate what those guys are doing. So I want to kind of give back and donate an animal to raise money for them.
Bring Canada and America together, man. Dude, fucking Will Merrill's almost became a Texan at the last Arlington show.
I know.
This close, and then a Texan said, "Nah, only Americans can be Texan." And then Will took it. He's a good man.
So yeah, for a good cause. I love what they do. I mean, we need somebody up here like that just fights for animal rights. We don't have it, but US Ark is awesome, and I'm going to donate them an animal. And just big thank you to all my first customers who made this whole year absolutely amazing for me, and a big thank you to everybody who stuck by me, even in the rough times. Really appreciate it. It's been great. Nothing but up from here. We're going straight up.
Yeah, tough times don't last, but JP does.
And you know what? It would be kind of silly for me to say that one day I'm going to be a JKR. I don't even care if I become a JKR. It's not about making the most cutting edge morphs. It's not about being the best of the best. It's just I'm having fun. I'm enjoying life. I've never had this much fun in my life. And I gave
be the best JP, bro. JKR is JKR,
yeah,
bro.
JKR is him. I want to be JPR.
Chase fucking
get that?
Miguel.
JPR.
Oh my God. Okay, hold up real quick. That reminds me, okay? Always Evolving Pythons Canada. Where the fuck did that come from?
Okay, so let me tell you the actual story behind this, all right?
Listen in on this. Miguel, listen.
Contrary to what everybody believed, I actually didn't know about Miguel when I first named myself. I still have my first sheet of paper that has like 30 names brainstormed, and I really, really liked the word evolving.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So I brainstormed all these different ideas with the word evolve. I was trying to find different ways to say evolve, and I ended up coming up with Evolving Pythons. And I found out about Miguel shortly after because, of course, as soon as I named myself on IG, Evolving Pythons Canada, I got spam like, dude, what's this? Are you copying this guy? And I'm like, who's this guy? So I looked him up. I'm like, I was like, oh, crap. Right?
That really did not sit well with me at all. And this is before I saw the pictures. I think this is what happened.
So
oh my God, that makes sense.
Here's the funny part. I actually messaged Miguel. He didn't even know who I was at that time. And I asked him, hey, dude, sorry about the whole name thing. I definitely want to. Are you cool with it? If you're not, I want to change it. Like, I don't want this, blah, blah. And he said, no, dude, it's a great name. I love it. Keep it.
That's Miguel, bro.
I didn't know Miguel at the time, though. If Miguel says that to me today, I know exactly what he's saying. I got to change it.
He's such a positive person, bro. He's not gonna he's not that person to tell you to do something.
But I didn't know his personality back then. I was just like, oh, okay, this guy loves what I'm doing. Great, I'll keep by it.
Miguel's not drama, bro. He don't give a fuck. Live your life. It's not gonna stop what he's doing. But dude, that right there was like, bro, is this motherfucker kidding me right now? Like, he just named himself fucking exactly what Miguel is with Canada.
Oh my God, dude. And
that was so crazy, bro.
When I became finally, I was like, dude, this is not going to work for me. I need to have my own distinguished. Like, I don't want to be associated.
That probably helped everything out. As soon as you did that, people thought you were probably a spam account. They probably fucking thought you weren't. I thought you were fucking some kid Abbar from India or some shit. I thought you were fucking.
But you know what's funny though is when I was going through the process of renaming, JP, like I didn't want to be JP Reptiles. I literally came up with probably like 15 or 20 different names. I Googled every single one of them and they're all taken. You know how hard it is to actually find an original name?
Okay, so let's go back to how many times when me and fucking JP pre going live, me and him were doing the live fucking, making sure audio was good, lighting was good. I convinced him to go to a snake room. We get to this point now. He opened those blinds and shuttered them like about 20 fucking times. Should we do this? No, should we do this? Oh, I don't know. And then he moved the JKR side. I mean, bro, stop.
I'm OCD. I'm very OCD.
So lie, but take a deep breath.
I'm
Chill.
very OCD. Like, people criticize me all the time for my snake tubs. You know,
Fuck.
my tubs are spick and span all the time, and I know it's probably too much. I know I'm probably overdoing it, but I'm just so OCD with cleanliness and having things right and pictures and quality. Like, I'm a very OCD person.
But when you're keeping animals, that's when OCD actually fucking works and comes through for you. So being OCD while you're keeping animals that are constantly shitting and blah blah, that's when you're fucking key and it's happening. So that's whoever's hating on your fucking clean ass bins is fucking completely confused.
Oh yeah, people are like, oh, they're just snakes. They know they can live in shit for a week. Like, leave them alone. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, man. Like, as soon as I smell it, it's got to come out right away.
Exactly. The first thing I pay attention to when I walk into a snake room is the smell. I want to know what I'm smelling. Once I smell what I'm smelling, that's going to determine how this fucking snake room is kept. That's how I do. Senses
Dude,
are
I'm telling you. You want to see how crazy it is? Like, look. See that? The vacuum is always there. I vacuum this room every single day, even if there's nothing on the carpet, just because of the cocoa dust and all that stuff. That's how OCD. You know, when I go here on my racks and I go like this, there's nothing on my finger because I'm wiping down the racks every day. I clean, I dust, I vacuum. I have such passion in. And it's my OCDness. I want if anybody ever came in here, I want them to step in where it smells fresh, it's clean. There's the animals look healthy, everything is good. I'm just very passionate about my animals in that sense.
So do you have something on a weekly schedule where like fucking like, you know, for instance, like every Saturday but every weekend it's like fucking I have my clean day where I'm
every day for me is a clean day. I don't have a specific one. So I come in here twice a day, once in the morning and one at night. I open every tub twice a day.
Your snakes are like, fuck, leave me alone. I just saw you.
Dude, I'm telling you. If I see a urate, a pee, or a crap, I don't just spot clean. I take that half of the tub's cocoa out. I use this stuff here, which is chlorohexidine. I disinfect the entire half of that tub. And then I put brand new cocoa.
Motherfuckers just straight kill their snakes by putting too much fucking chloroxidine in the. They didn't put the right fucking dilution in there.
No, mine is very diluted.
For people out there who want to use chloroxidine, you got to make sure you know what the hell you're doing with that. So just be careful out there and
make sure when you're spraying chlorohexidine in the tub, you take the water dish out first. You don't want that residue getting in the water. I've seen people do that, and it just makes me cringe.
I heard people like spraying it down and not like spraying it enough to where humidity's gotten like, you know, on the top of the cage. Cause like I'm talking about like retics in vision cages. There's literally been such like a lot of reports of people having like their snakes die off having it, you know, drinking chloroxidine and shit like that. So you just got to be careful on that shit.
Yeah. And that's why people like I've been asked questions like, how often do you change the cocoa? I said, I change it all the time because whenever I see a poop, if it's on the back of the tub, that back half cocoa disappears and fresh cocoa comes down. So there's always fresh cocoa going in the tubs.
Now, let me ask you this. You're about to pair a female, right? You happen to open up the tub. You see that the female took a shit. You leave that shit there, or do you clean it and then pair the male?
I will clean them out first.
So let me tell you this right now. You know that pheromones come out on the shit, right? So
yes.
You should maybe remove that poop, but I wouldn't fucking completely deep clean it. I would let those pheromones be in that tub so that Mel, you know, knows what to do in the sham. You know what I mean? So that's MJ being fucking homie to homie advice.
No, it's definitely I should give it a try because I'm always looking for ways to be more efficient and improve. It's just
because
I have no problems admitting to people that I have a problem with OCD, and I just. You know, I don't know. Like I said, I want somebody to be able to walk in here at any time of the day. If somebody wanted to come by, and I don't have to be like, give me 10 minutes, I got to set up. Like, I want this room to be set up all day, every day, clean, well-maintained, just everything perfect. And that's just, you know, that's how much I care about my snakes and my animals.
Yeah, but I can tell you right now, a little bit of dirtiness, like
a little bit of dirtiness is probably healthy.
It's not going to hurt them because they're used to the fucking jungle. They're used to getting shitted on.
I even give each snake a bath once a week.
Oh my God.
With soap water. No, I'm joking.
Relax. I flossed it.
No. I'm joking. A nice bubble bath.
Rub down. You're the pet. You love your animals, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm a little OCD on that front. But
all right, man. This has been a fucking great show, bro. I have a couple questions for you. I mean, Some of them don't really reply to you, but let me see what I got right now. Let me see if anyone in the comments got questions for JP before we wrap this up. Go ahead and shoot them. But I'm gonna shoot some questions, some hot seat questions off the hip. Okay, and just say anything. Let's. This is a preferred question. Okay, what would you rather prefer to do? All right, you ready?
Yep.
Frozen thawed or live?
Live.
Are you an egg cutter or no egg cutter?
Well, define egg cutting. When are we talking?
Like when it's
I will not cut my eggs.
When it's time to cut, is it like would you cut?
If I see a pip, yes. If not, no.
Okay, so yes, he's.
But not because I don't like egg cutting. I mean, I haven't had enough experience with it yet.
If anyone, for the most part, sees a pip, they cut for the most part. But there's still people who are out there against egg cutting. Period. So, do you egg cut or do you not egg cut?
Yes, then I will say yes. I'm an egg cutter.
Are you a big flexor or are you a no flexor?
I don't got much here.
No, you good. All right. Soccer or football? What would you pronounce soccer? Soccer or football?
Well, my European roots would say football, but I say soccer.
Okay. Black Sabbath or why do you look at me like that? You okay?
Who the hell listens to Black Sabbath?
Are you? You're about to fucking get a lot of hate. Okay.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath or Madonna? I did not. That's what you get.
Definitely Madonna.
Okay. You guys could comment on that one. All right. Steak or French fries and gravy?
Which one? Steak?
Steak or French fries and gravy?
So here we put steak on French fries and gravy, which is called a steak poutine.
Oh my god. Okay, touche. All right. Word association. First thing to come off your mind. You ready?
Yeah.
Milk.
Butter.
Cocoa.
Velvet.
Stuck shed.
Skin.
Mites.
Shit. I don't know.
Instagram trolls.
Haters.
Okay. If you had to pick one, Facebook or Instagram?
Oh, I hate Facebook.
There you have it.
Facebook is crap.
J.P, ladies and gentlemen, what a fucking episode this has been. I've enjoyed this a lot, man. JP, you're one of a kind. Hands down, one of a fucking kind, bro. Appreciate you taking this 2.5 hours with me out of your time.
Absolutely. It was fun. I mean, this is what I do. I'm a night owl. I'm up till 4 or 5 in the morning every day. This is where I am, right here in the snake room.
I'm a morning guy, bro. If I don't have my mornings, you don't want to fuck with me. I need my mornings. So I'm a mornings guy, but it's not that late over here. But I have my wife to attend to, and I'm hungry as shit. But not only that, this was a good time, and we're gonna bring JP on again. Maybe JP could swindle JKR on here. What's up with that? You're gonna get JK on here?
Yeah, I'll let him know. For sure. I think he has a great story to tell about his roots and how he got started, and I think that is true inspiring. Because I was inspired. Spent 10 days I spent with him and Chase. And we're going to be going back down there here shortly, but that was the most inspiring conversations I've ever had. Just when somebody who has a success, who's built an empire, but tells you the entire process, how they got there and the struggles they went, it really puts things into perspective. And I think we need to hear more about those kind of stories from many different people.
All right, man. I'm going to put JP's YouTube channel in the description, link in the description below. He's going to start getting the ball rolling on that. Am I right?
Yeah, I've got 4 videos already edited and out. They are on scheduled releases, and I'm going to film or edit a 5th one not tonight, maybe tomorrow. That was Marcus Jane visit.
Nice.
So that'll be out in the future. So I'm trying to get content. I want to get at least weekly, maybe every 5 days content out. The problem is for me, I don't want to put out content just for the sake of content. I want to make sure that every video is good, meaningful, and makes sense.
Everything counts, right?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
All right, you guys have a wonderful night, JP.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, MJ. Dude, you're a straight up homie. You were giving me some very shady, dirty looks in California last year, but after we finally talked and shook hands,
my bad.
You're a cool dude, and I can't wait. And you promised me San Diego that you're gonna show me some real Mexican cuisine, and I have high hopes and high standards.
I'm not gonna just show you, bro. I'm gonna you're gonna eat until you hate yourself. Let's just put it that way. Okay?
I'm game. Quesadillas, tacos, you name it, I'm ready.
All right, guys, this is JP. He's signing out, everyone. He's wishing you guys. So anything you want to sign off with, man? Do you want to say one more thing?
Just a big thank you again to everybody who has followed me and followed my journey. Big thank you to all my first clients. I already have a few people that are saying that they are excited to purchase some more stuff for me this year. So honestly, I wouldn't even be here today without all that support and all that help from you guys. So just big thank you to everybody for that. And hopefully I live up to the expectation. Hopefully I'm able to continue producing good stuff. You know, right now I'm producing a lot of stuff that is other people's projects, but hopefully I find my own journey. Hopefully I find my own path, and hopefully I put together something really fun and exciting that everybody's going to be able to associate to me and enjoy watching.
My man. All right, JP, you have a wonderful night, man.
You keep too. Thank you.
Keep it player and keep your snake room just a little bit more dirty, and you'll be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll let some dust come up next time I shake the cocoa outside. I'll bring some dust in and just throw it up in the air.
All right, we'll be talking soon, and make sure you get that connection going with JKR, bro. He knows who I am. I'm that guy who didn't record that 15-minute interview, but let's talk about that later, and we'll get that going, okay? Have a good night, JP. You're the man, bro.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Woo! Damn. That was good, man. Shout out to everyone who tuned in on that. I think I'll take my Gucci glasses without the lenses. Yeah, these don't have lenses. These are my Stewie glasses. I just get Stewie with it. You feel me? All right. I shout out to everyone who tuned in on this, man. This was a great night. Shout out to Canada in the building. All my followers, people who are in the chat rooms. You guys are awesome. But happy Friday night. You guys be safe. Catch you on the next one. Remember who I'm bringing on next week. That's right. Aussie motherfucking Boyds, the Raider Nation. Not only that, at least a top 3 fucking biggest breeder in the United States. And he's not playing. Okay. So before I let you guys go, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Unfiltered Reptiles Podcast, because please, it's going to be epic. We both got some really, really choice fucking things going on both channels. So tune in, hit me up, get at me. You guys have a wonderful night. Be safe. Yada.